What's going on, guys? This episode is brought to you by Manscaped and the Lawnmower 4.0 package. If you use code RBP at checkout, you get 20% off and free shipping. Go to manscaped.com/RBP to get the 4.0 package. I'm going to show you exactly what's in it. The 4.0 package is the ball toner and ball deodorant, and make sure your junk smells good for your significant other. Get the nose trimmer to make sure you got no hairs and stragglers hanging about. And you get the 4.0 trimmer to make sure your junk is clean. I've had no cuts and no issues with this. And actually, it's pretty cool. I've been using it for my arms and legs as well. So it's a really good trimmer that way. You also get this really cool leather carrying bag, and you get a pair of boxer briefs that are very comfortable. Also new, Manscaped has come out with a body wash. The stuff smells really good. It's probably better than the crappy soap that you're using. So check out manscaped.com/RBP or use code RBP at checkout and get 20% off and free shipping. Thanks, guys. You're always the only one on time, Nick.
I'm always on time. It's an OCD thing.
How are you, man?
I'm good.
How
fat and happy.
I was gonna say, how fat are you? Have you put on? You haven't put on a lot of weight though. You don't binge hard.
Oh, I did a little bit. I'm up like 25 pounds.
No way. What did you eat?
Everything.
What was the first thing you ate?
I have no fuck given. Fat Paulie's cookies.
Okay.
I ate literally probably like 10 of them back to back.
What did you eat right after that? And was it still enjoyable even though you ate all the cookies?
Oh yeah, we went to the gala. That was after the Olympia.
Yeah.
And then I ate whatever food they had, which was extremely good. And then I had ice cream. And then we went back home and I had more cookies. And then Matt's wife made cookies. And then I couldn't sleep all night. So like I was just eating food.
Why couldn't you sleep? Were you just thinking about the show, or are you just happy or excited, or just?
I never sleep after a show. It's just I'm wired, especially when you get all that sugar in you. Like I'm just
yeah. So
I literally laid in bed. It was probably like 4 a.m. I closed my eyes for like 5 minutes and I was like, this isn't gonna work. Like my heart was pounding, my adrenaline was flowing. I'm like, there's no way in hell I'm going to sleep. So I got up out of bed probably like 6:30-ish, almost 7, went and did cardio.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I think a ritual for me.
Was any of that time when you're awake spent thinking about the show, or just thinking of what you accomplished, or anything like that?
More so about me losing.
So they weren't happy thoughts.
Well, they weren't like sad thoughts, because like I was happy I got top 5, but
yeah,
arguably I thought I could have been a little higher. But for my first Olympia being top 5, I have nothing to complain about, really.
No,
but that's my mindset. That like I'm never satisfied. Even when I do win Mr. Olympia, like I'll nitpick my entire body of what needs to be better. So
is there a point where you will be satisfied? Like if winning the Olympia doesn't satisfy you, is there any point where you'll be like, you can put your feet up and say, okay, I did it?
Not really. Probably not. Like people think about you that now. They're like, you just had an amazing year. You did things people never thought you were going to do. You somewhat, to an extent, made history. Like, go relax. And I'm like, no, like there's work to be done.
Well, no, I understand that, because I know how big your aspirations are. But I'm thinking, like, let's say you win the Olympia next year or the year after, whenever you win it, right?
Yeah.
You still think you'll be in this same mindset?
Probably, man. Like, I really think I'll be able to relax when I decide like I'm done competing.
So while you're in it,
like when I know if I'm still in it, I probably will never be satisfied. But the moment like I realize like it's my time to walk away will probably be the time where I can put my feet up and relax.
So you probably didn't do what I asked you to do before the Olympia, did you?
What was that?
Remember I said to you,
Oh, no. No,
you didn't, did you? I knew it. So
no.
for people listening, I text Nick, I don't know, it was a couple days before the Olympia or 2 or 3 days before Olympia. What's up, Ian? How are you, man?
What's up?
I was just telling a story. Nick didn't listen to me. So before the Olympia, and I think I might have said the same thing to you, but probably a long time ago, not this, because you're a little older now. But I said to Nick, I said, make sure you take 5 minutes here and there and just like absorb where you actually are, because I don't like, my whole career is a fucking blur because I always just wanted to be better. And I never took any time to like stop and just digest what was happening. Yeah. So I just asked before you got on, I asked Nick if he did what I said, and he said no. So you have
no.
Is there any parts of the I mean, it's still fresh in your mind, but like, is there any parts of the weekend that stick out more than others?
Probably getting the first call out.
That was big, eh? Yeah.
Well, like, oh, so I mean, obviously, you know me. I expected that, honestly, but the fact that it did happen was, that was really cool. Being out there, I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. I gotta just tell you guys something from the fan perspective. So I know a lot of people that watch this show probably feel the same way I do, but I was fucking happy as fuck for you guys, man. Like, it's like, I've never been close to, there's you two, and James obviously missed his peak and didn't do as well, but just seeing you guys on the Olympia stage doing your fucking shit was pretty awesome, man. So yeah, I thought it was really cool, man, watching you guys, and then watching you guys up there together in some of the same call outs and shit.
Yeah, that was fun, man.
It was pretty awesome. So, so Nick put on 25 pounds. Ian, I'm assuming you're probably still shredded.
No, I'm in okay shape, but I'm up like 10, 12.
Oh, so you both actually just did a relax, like
I might be doing something else though. So we'll see.
Jesus Christ. What a fucking day, man.
Yeah.
Ian wants all the checks.
Well, I had hung it up, but then an opportunity came up, so we might be changing it. So we'll see. I'm not 100% yet though. So I don't.
Oh, hold up here.
I'm
just full as a fucking house right now.
Yeah, that's where I am. I'm just jet puffed a little bit, but I'm not.
Yeah. This is a good look right here, baby.
Yeah. Ian, are you back home now?
I'm in Florida. Yeah, at my condo.
Yeah. Oh, but you're not back in Canada.
No.
When are you coming back to Canada?
Never.
No. Guy, what's up, man?
What's up?
Look who we got. Nick's back.
I know. I miss you, buddy.
I know, right? Guy, tell me how good it felt to see two of our friends on stage posing together in the same fucking call out at the Olympia.
It was awesome.
Right? Did you go to the show?
Fun.
Did you go to the show, Guy, or you just at the?
Yeah, I went to both and left at like in the middle of it. In the middle of the 212, I left because I had to go. I had to go work out.
Did you get to see these guys on stage or no?
Yeah, I see it.
Oh, okay, good. So I think, Guy, you owe me a tattoo. Guy, you owe me a tattoo, brother.
First of all, it wasn't a tattoo. It was a piercing. First of all,
was it a piercing? I thought you were gonna get a BC tattoo.
First of all, I went Rami, Hottie, and Brandon. There's no way I lost because somebody fucking what's his face had James in third.
I got
Roman lost.
Guy has Rami. Just okay. Here we go. You had Rami, Hottie, Brandon, Nick fourth, Bonac fifth, Ian sixth, James seventh.
That's not too far off.
No, pretty close.
I'm not getting no tattoo. You can all blow me. I'm already too close to definitely not get a tattoo right off that.
I had Rami, Curry, Hottie, James, Nick, Bonac. So I was only off by one.
Yeah, but your one off was like completely so
but it's only one fucking person. I got all the
matter.
other
It was so fucking. It was so bad.
No, that's not how it works.
It was like so far off, you automatically lose.
That's not how it works. It's how many placings you fuck up.
Okay, Roman.
Well,
I
Roman.
nailed all of
Okay,
them.
hold on, Roman. Read Romans. It wasn't just me and you. It was me, you, and Roman.
Roman had Rami,
He's done.
Rami, Hottie, James, Brandon fourth, Nick fifth, Bonac sixth, Ian seventh. He's pretty close. James, it's not fair because James didn't hit his mark. I don't know where James would have placed if he was 100%. I don't know if
I love James.
I don't think you would have been.
piercing.
I don't think you would have been third, but
Roman's Pierce worthy.
yeah, I think Roman's getting a piercing.
Yeah, that's Pierce worthy. That's definitely Pierce worthy.
He'd look good with like a nice nose ring.
I think he said he was gonna. We gave him the option of eyebrow or nose,
Nose,
or
eyebrow,
lip, or lip. Yeah.
Oh, you
Nah,
gotta
dude.
do nose.
Go nose.
Yeah, go nose.
Go nose.
You can rock a little nose ring. That would look okay.
So
So what's going on now? What are you doing, Ian? You're alluding to something. What are you doing? Are you going to tell us? Come on, man. Hint. Give it a hint.
Are you doing Legion? Be honest.
No, I'm not doing Legion.
Okay.
Legion's like next weekend, right?
It's 1 week, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
Yeah,
like not this Friday, next Friday.
yeah, but I think it's on a Sunday, the Legion show. But yeah,
Okay. And then Prague is November 6th.
You're doing the pro.
no,
You're not doing Prague?
no.
I'm
Is
doing
it something-
I'm doing Prague.
You're gonna do Prague?
Well, they're flying me out to commentate.
Are you actually gonna do that?
Really? That's really cool. You should.
There's the only thing. Apparently some of the laws are changing in Canada with flying, but I think they don't change till October 30th. So I think I'm going to leave.
What capacity?
Like you have to be double vaxxed to fly.
Oh, to
are
fly,
you
yeah.
kidding me, bro?
Yeah, it's getting crazy here, man. Yeah.
That's
So I was going to fly October 29th to the States to go see Ben and then fly from Dallas to
Watch you miss your flight. And then get stuck on the 30th, and they're like, nope. Get your vax, buddy.
Watch me get stuck in Prague because I can't fly back because I'm not double vaxxed.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. So I got to find out all these fucking things because I thought about going to get vaxxed just to get it over with. But even if I go, I'm still only a single dose and you have to be double dose. So I don't know how the fuck all that shit works.
It's either you got to figure out how many days in between it's got to be.
No. You have to wait. Apparently you have to wait a month.
Oh, it is a month. Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, between the two doses. And I talked to my doctor. He's like, look, get some blood work done first so we can make sure you're okay to get the vax anyway. So I have to do all that. So I don't know for sure, but they want me to come out. So
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. So I'm surprised none of you guys are doing Prague because Prague's big money, isn't it?
Yeah, but everyone I've heard like that's over in that area has told me, like, I talked to a lot of people when I said that I might be doing Prague, and I had 1 million people from the Czech Republic saying, don't come over here. It fucking sucks.
Why?
They said that like it's like even going out on the streets there right now, like you'll go to jail without wearing a fucking mask and shit. They're like, it's chaos here. Don't come here.
Are you
so
serious?
They talked me out of it. Yeah. I don't know if they were full of shit, but I feel like anyone that lives there would want me to come do their show. And
But Fouad, by all means, go.
I had a lot of people from there be like, yo, man, like, don't come over here. Like, we want you to actually enjoy our country. And right now is just not the time, you know?
But Fouad, you go.
Shut the fuck up, guy.
Go run in the streets naked with no mask.
No, I don't. The thing I'm worried about is I wonder how people are there, right? Because people are different everywhere. Like, I don't know if people are like, oh, he's not vaxxed, and then it's like a bad thing.
Yeah.
Or if people are like, oh, he's not vaxxed, who gives a shit?
Yeah,
right?
I'm not sure.
So I don't know how things are there. So I have to figure that out. But
Yeah.
so okay, if it's not Prague, then what? Toronto?
No, I was thinking about doing the show in Egypt.
I didn't even know there was a show in Egypt.
Exactly.
The one that Devon just posted?
Yeah, it's October 31st. They hit me up and invited me to do the show. So depends what they're going to pay for me. If they're going to pay my way out there, I'll go and do it.
Really?
If not,
Right? Damn.
It's
yeah,
jealous.
top five. You're top five. You're qualified for the year. You can fuck off.
Yeah,
I got to
Nick.
requalify.
I mean, I would probably say no anyway. I need a fucking year off, but
Yeah. So, I mean, if they're going to cover shit, I'll go down there. If not, I'm not. I'm done.
That's true, right, Ian? You're already in shape. You might as well get the qualification and take a fucking year off. You
Well,
wouldn't take a year off anyway, would you?
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it would be good if I could get that qual and take the full year to really improve and bump up a few places. Like I know when I did that in 2017, I jumped up from being like a mediocre bodybuilder to like a much better one. So
oh, it makes a huge difference, man.
Yeah, but
And
I feel like
I haven't done that in 3 years. And look, I love to compete and I want to be up there as much as possible, but I also don't want to come 7th at the Olympia for a 3rd year in a row. So, you know, I want to be in that top 5 and be 100% sure I'm going to be in that top 5. And I thought I thought that I had that this year and I didn't. So I want to make sure that that doesn't happen again.
I thought you did too, just for the record.
Thank you.
You thought, Nick, you thought he did before the show or after the show?
Before.
So after the show.
So my opinion of Iain, pictures don't do Iain justice.
Well, we all know that. That's already been the story
I
all
think
year.
that's why he gets a lot of shit. Like when I see Iain in person, it doesn't translate at all.
It looks like a freak.
You know, I heard that. Can I say something? And I don't know if this is a soft spot for you guys or not, but I heard the same thing about Hunter. So a lot of people are like, Hunter was just let me finish and you guys can say, because I wasn't there, so I know you probably have something to say, Nick. Just give me a minute. So I talked to Dennis James the day after, and I was like, I could have saw Nick in 4th. You know, Hunter was holding a little bit of water. Like Nick looked like he was a little bit, more closer to Hottie's shape. And Dennis was like, well, when I was sitting there, he's like, you didn't look like that. So this is like another thing. Like, did Hunter look in person like he looked in the photos?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going by what Dennis told me. I'm not.
Let me tell you something. The only person that truly wowed me at that show was Hottie.
Hottie was good. Yeah.
Hottie at night was very impressive. But in the morning, in prejudging, I had Nick ahead of Hottie.
I had Hottie in 5th in prejudging.
Yeah, I had Nick in a strong 2nd, 3rd after prejudging. And then I would have had Hottie right 1 spot after that. And then I would have had myself 1 spot after Hottie.
I'm going by call outs, not like my preference is separate. So going by the call outs, I thought they had it after prejudging. They had it. Rami, Brandon, Nick, Hunter, Hottie. That's how I had it. That's how I had it after prejudging. I'm
talking as someone that was standing on
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, from
if I was judging the show, which means nothing. Yeah. It's nothing against anyone who placed anywhere. I'm talking my opinion.
Yeah.
I would have had, basing both from Friday and Saturday, I would have had Brandon 1st, Rami 2nd, Hottie 3rd, Nick 4th. And I only would have had Nick 4th because Hottie was really good at night. If Hottie looked the same, I would have had Nick 3rd.
Nick, can I ask you? Sorry, Guy. Can I ask Nick one question before you say? Guy, Nick, do you think Hottie was better than you on Saturday night?
I do. Yes.
Okay. Sorry, Guy. Go ahead.
Hold on. I think I'm bigger than Hottie.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. But Hottie's just density and muscle maturity and his conditioning, it was better than, like, I was shredded. I was dry. I was everything.
See, and when Hottie wasn't quite as crisp on the Friday, Nick's level
that's when you went ahead of him.
Nick's level was on par with Hottie's, and plus he was a little bigger. And like when I was standing side stage looking at them in the call out, Nick was significantly bigger than Hottie. I'm not talking like 5 pounds, like he was 30 pounds bigger than him.
I felt the difference between Friday and Saturday for Hottie was fullness. I mean, that could translate to conditioning, but he just didn't look big on Friday.
Flat.
Yeah,
he just had a lot more detail and pop.
Yeah.
And Nick was still really, really, really good on the Saturday, but Hottie was just a little better. So they were very close, but I would have given the edge to Nick on the Friday. And then they were really close with a little more of the edge to Hottie on the Saturday. So I would have given it like a 2-point discrepancy in Hottie's favor overall.
So I had Brandon in 1st after Friday.
So I had Brandon in 1st.
Because this is why. Because I had Brandon was 100% to me. And his legs improved. And listen, I was there, so you could argue all the fucking want.
I was on stage.
You watch it in fucking Canada of a motherfucking satellite. You could argue all you want.
So that doesn't count now. Okay. All right.
But you have somebody that was also standing on the fucking stage too. So I had Brandon in 1st.
We just said Dennis was there and had Hunter in 4th, and you're saying he wasn't. So it doesn't necessarily matter.
I haven't. No. I never said anything about Hunter yet.
I'm saying, but Nick didn't. So Nick didn't. So I'm saying it doesn't necessarily matter if you're there or not always.
Yeah, but Brandon was significantly improved. You can't. Whether you said no, he absolutely was.
No, you said he was 100%. You said he was 100%. I didn't think he was 100%.
I thought he was awesome. I thought he was good enough, 100% or not. I thought he was good enough to be better than Ramy on Friday. Now on Saturday, okay, I saw a little bit of the show, and this is where I'm going to jump in, and this is where it could go a million different ways. I saw the show, and I saw it in Michael Johansson's had a big gasp house. There was 2 fucking different TVs. I saw Hunter on one TV, and me and Branch went like this at each other, and Branch goes, "Is he really in the?" And I was like, "Really?" And we're like watching the TV, going, like we didn't understand it. We went to another TV, and he looked completely fucking different. And we were trying, and the one TV was 720, and the other TV was 1080 apparently. But Hunter looked completely different on 2 different TVs and in person. So depending upon what TV, I was in one house on 2 different TVs. He looked like shit, and he looked fucking crazy.
So does anybody here think Ramy didn't win?
No, I thought he won.
Okay. I just want to clarify that.
I said Friday night, I didn't have him winning. Overall, Saturday, he smoked everybody.
I think it was close, but I think Ramy's look was definitely not as good as last year. And he had a weird look. Like his upper body through his like arms and delts and chest and stuff was downsized. And flat. He had almost no arms. His triceps were way down. Pardon?
He didn't train for 6 months after the Olympia.
And his waist looked significantly wider. So he had this like really big, wide look, but like his shoulders and arms and delts and chest looked too narrow for his waist. So like when he'd pull up and hit a front double, it almost looked like my body parts put on a guy on a structure that was way bigger, you know? Like it looked too small. Like obviously his legs are fucking ridiculous, sure. And from the back, he was not bad. His side shots are good, but his front shots, his front lat, his front double, his abs and thighs were very underwhelming. I would have given Brandon all those shots. I thought Brandon was insanely full on the side chest and side tricep. His chest was fucking retarded full. You know, I would have given those shots. I maybe would have given the back shots to Ramy, but I mean, overall of the 7 shots, I definitely had Brandon winning the majority of them.
Me too. But that's Friday night.
That's as overall of the show. Look, yeah, I had Hottie winning the show period on Saturday, but I think as a total of both nights, I had Brandon winning the show.
So you didn't have Ramy. You don't think Ramy should have won. You think Brandon should have won.
If in my opinion, I had Brandon winning. Yes.
Yeah, Brandon. Nick, what do you think? You had Brandon winning?
Yeah. I mean, I thought overall Brandon was a tad bit better. I thought his conditioning was a little bit better. I thought his shape is a lot better, and he came back better than last year. So I think
he was better than last year, and Ramy was a little worse. And I think if you
average, why are you smirking, guy? You just said I think Ramy won. Now you got to.
I know, but I said I had Brandon.
No, I want to ask you.
And you disagreed with me.
I still disagree. It doesn't. I don't have to agree with them because they said it.
So what? What did you have?
Viewers from a fan perspective,
me or Fouad?
Fouad. What did you give Ramy?
From a fan perspective, watching at home, okay, and obviously it's not as good as watching on stage, but Ramy did not look, he looked not as good as last year. He did not look downsized to me that much. Listen, I'm just telling you what I saw. His waist did not look bigger to me. It looked the same, if not better. This is the only knock I had on Ramy. He looked watery on Friday night, but I didn't think Brandon was 100% conditioned either. So I'm like, Brandon looked better all through the upper body. He looked thicker through the shoulders, thicker through the chest.
His legs improved.
Legs looked a little better, but still lacked detail and still had no hamstrings. So I'm like, you're still not really bringing up the bottom half of his body.
Yeah, but his upper body is so much more dominant, in my opinion, that it's like.
Yeah, but now you're playing that game, right? So you have Ramy's lower body is dominant over Brandon's.
It's all about what you like, right?
Well, no,
it's dominant, but I think on the side shots, it wasn't that dominant. On the front shots, it's dominant. It's more dominant on the back shots.
And Brandon had a lot more detail in his back double than fucking
look,
Ramy.
At the end of the day, these are such apples and oranges physiques, like complete, obviously, opinion.
This is how I'll break it down. This is what I thought. I thought balance-wise, they were equal because one guy has a heavier lower body, one guy has a heavier upper body. So that's balance. Proportion, they're pretty equal. Some of them are like, they're not perfectly set up. Like Brandon's got no hamstrings. Ramy's lacking a low back, lats. Conditioning, I thought they were pretty equal in conditioning. I didn't think Brandon was better conditioned. So then the only thing left to me is muscularity. And I'm like, Rami's got more muscle. So I'm like, that was the last thing I think that cemented
Brandon
it for
had
me.
him on conditioning Friday, and I think, in my opinion, Ramy closed the door Saturday.
Ramy just looked.
I could probably give you that. I think Saturday he was definitely better. Yeah.
That's where
he looked significantly downsized. And I noticed this when I was tanning with him too. And like I was tanning, I texted my buddy Julian right away. I'm like, yo, Ramy looks like sharp, but he looks a lot smaller through like the arms, delts, chest, like, and that was making his waist look a lot wider. I thought his waist.
I was going to say his waist didn't get wider. His waist stayed the same, but his upper body.
But his upper body, especially like his width through the shoulders and his like volume to the arms and the triceps. Like, look at his front lat. His triceps are like almost gone. You know.
I'll say this: I don't think he was as like wow factor as he was last year.
Let me ask you this.
I think by the time he came out for the last posing routine or the last compulsory round, he had on Saturday night, he had dried up so much that he looked like he looked last year. And I think that's what guys talking about kind of cemented it.
Yeah.
But yeah, let
me tell you something. Him next to Hottie, even on Saturday, as much as Ramy improved, Hottie still smoked him in conditioning.
100%.
I'm telling you, Hottie in person's like next level.
Crazy.
Hottie looks crazy. Hottie's very complete.
Saturday night, when he gets a little more pop in him, he just looks ridiculous.
And the crazy thing is when you see Hottie in clothes, you don't even think
or even when you see him backstage not hitting a pose, you're like, how is this guy even in the first call out? Like he's so small. He doesn't have any big freaky body parts. You can't see his crazy pop and conditioning when he's not posing under the lights. And then he gets under the lights and hits a pose and you're like, what the fuck is that?
See, I thought you guys
I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
I thought you guys would all be making arguments for Hottie winning. Because I had I actually had Hottie and I had a Brandon.
Like, how much does condition play a role in this? Because in my opinion, Brandon weren't the most conditioned guys in the show. So it's like, how much does conditioning matter?
But it's not just conditioning with Hottie to me. So when we talk about balance and symmetry with Brandon,
the most.
Brandon is missing a little bit, but Hottie is very complete. So now you have a guy who's complete. Exactly. Now you have a guy who's totally complete and totally conditioned.
You want to hear what the chirping that I was hearing? I was hearing from other people that the judges were not thrilled with Hottie's shoulders at all.
That's what
I heard.
That's what I was told.
That is correct.
That was what was chirping down into my ears.
No, that was backstage as well.
So
I just want to ask you guys a question. Do you guys think that's definitely SEO, or do you think it could?
It's definitely something.
Well, no, because I was going to say, I could be like, it's just site injections, right? Like,
yeah, I know what it is, and it's kind of in the middle.
Well, like Nolotol or something.
No, it's a site injection, but not of something oil based.
Okay,
water based.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. It didn't. Everybody's pointing to that. It didn't look that crazy to me. I mean,
we get it with Bumstead too. People will be like, he's got oil in his shoulders, but like his shoulders have looked like that since he was 12. You know, like
what is that? I want that shit.
He just has angular delts. It's just like how his tie-ins are. It's just crazy tie-ins.
You know the reason I believe that is because Melissa has the same delts.
Exactly same delt.
Yeah. So
yeah,
okay.
Look, I would make the argument for Hottie winning if the show was only judged on Saturday. On the Friday, I didn't think he was nearly as impressive.
So
I honestly had Nick beating him on the Friday.
So take everybody at their very best, because you saw glimpses of their very best, right? Ramy was at his best on Saturday. So was Hottie. I honestly don't think this was Brandon's best. I thought it was his biggest, but I think I've seen him harder before.
I think his Arnold, the other last Arnold was his best, but I think this was a very good look.
He was blasting full, bro.
He was really full. Yeah.
Blasting
gigantically full through the chest.
like he was so blasting full that you were actually so impressed with his fullness that you were like, he was not like wowed conditioning, but he was so wow full that the conditioning just like kind of like his conditioning being okay still made him look great because he was so full.
Yeah, especially like through the back, you could see he was so full that he lost a little bit of back detail. But then like in the side chest or side try, you could see like his arms and delts and chest were so full.
Crazy
showings. But I mean, it's like, you know, what are you going for? Are you going for blasting full, or are you going for conditioning? Because if you're going for conditioning, no, Hunter and Brandon were not the most conditioned guys by any stretch. Nick was and Hottie were obviously way more conditioned and complete. So it's like you kind of have like 1 being a bit of both, then 2, 3, the 4. It's like kind of a little muddled, which I understand. It's obviously just like how you look in a lineup, but it was a little inconsistent. Yeah.
You thought it was inconsistent?
I do.
I think
because look, you had Ramy and Brandon as number 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Whatever. And then you have Hottie, who's shredded out his asshole.
Yep.
Then you have Hunter, who has great shape, but he was soft.
Yeah.
And then you have me, who was more complete and dry and hard and grainy to the bone.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you laughing at?
Because I love him.
No, I mean, I agree with him. I mean, 100%. Yeah.
I agree with what he said.
I love his bluntness. It just makes me laugh. It's like
I
a
wonder
proud
how
couple.
I wonder how much shape comes into play, right?
Because if shape's that big of a role, then yeah, Hunter beats me.
Yeah. I'm just saying because
But like
I'm,
what?
I'm trying to think of the judge's mindset, right?
Okay, well, do this. If you're trying to think of the judge's mindset, go back to other classes. Like Missy Truscott didn't win. I think that blew everybody's fucking mind.
No,
Yeah,
I
blew
just
my-
yeah, that
No,
was yeah.
okay,
She lost the physique round, which is insane.
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about. So
Yeah.
go back and now think of 212. Like Derek was very flat. But it's weird because from the front half of Derek and the back half of Derek are 2 completely different bodybuilders.
Which is
Weird because it's normally a top and bottom thing.
But wait a minute, that
Right?
would be an argument for shape though, because Derek's shape is better than Shaun.
Yes, and Shaun was blasting full.
That's right.
I thought
Shaun's shape is
I
really
thought
nice.
Shaun I
Well, that's
thought
another
Shaun was
apples
going
to
to win because normally in order to take out the champ, you got to knock him out. I don't think Derek knocked out Shaun.
I agree.
So I literally thought, as a lot of people, that Shaun was going to win again. No knock to Derek because Derek definitely looked great, but they went with clear shape and not as good conditioning as the other guy in 212 and in fucking fitness.
Okay. Well, I see. It's hard for me. I can't rebut anything you're saying because I wasn't there. But from judging from the screen I was watching, Derek's conditioning was great.
From the back, it was crazy.
No, it was just a little flat.
Yeah, from the front, he was flat.
From the front, he's very flat.
Yeah.
His chest, when he hits the most muscular, there's almost nothing.
Well, it doesn't
going
help
on.
when you're standing next to Shaun and he's full as fuck either.
I mean, even standing
Yeah.
next to Paul, like,
Yeah.
like Derek has really no separation or detail going on in his chest. His quads are a little lackluster, but then from the back, he's like fucking
Crazy.
Like,
All I'm trying,
you know,
all I'm trying to say is Shaun was prepped better
yes.
and was conditioned better, like all around.
All around fullness and
But
conditioning.
what I'm trying to say is
The whole week with Shaun, man, and I watched his body change by the hour.
no, I get it. What I'm trying to say is, though, if we're going back to consistency, that's still consistent that they picked Derek over Shaun and they
Yes.
put Hunter in fourth and they, you know what I mean? Like it's still no, because then it makes sense that Brandon beat Hottie. I mean, that's all kind of like still consistent.
Yeah, I guess. I'm not sure.
I think it kind of fits.
Did you have Bonac beating me?
I thought Bonac wasn't very impressive, and it's only because
His legs were down more.
I honestly don't know, Ian. It could have went either way. To me, it was like I could have seen you in sixth. I think Bonac's legs looked like his quads looked like they were down a bit, and that ruins kind of his look because he's thicker through the torso, obviously.
Yeah.
So he didn't have that like super sweep off the hip, and that kind of hurt him a bit. And I also didn't think his conditioning was like the same conditioning that he always brings. But I could have seen you in sixth.
I had me beating him. But...
I love that.
Well, I mean, look, like the other guys, I can make a case for them beating me in some aspect. Bonac's the only one, and the guys above me, I can't. So
Does it bother you? Does it bother you that Hunter pulled ahead?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it does. You know, I mean, like,
I only ask you that because I remember a conversation we had on a previous podcast where and I know a lot of bodybuilders
I
think
said
like
he would
this.
never beat me again.
No, not just him. You said because I know a lot of bodybuilders think like this. Once you overcome someone,
Well, he
you're
was
like,
the only guy that's beat me that
Yeah.
I have that has beat me at the show.
that's what I'm saying. So it's like
I
we all
ahead of like I beat Akeem 2 shows in a row. Everyone else, like, you know,
yeah. So
yeah, I
Nick,
mean, look, it bothered me because I felt that I was better than last Olympia, and I didn't think he was significantly better than last Olympia, and he moved up 3 spots where I stayed the same. So that bothered me in my head a little bit. But I was like, okay, there's different guys. Like I moved ahead of Akeem. I'm, 1 spot closer to Bonac. Like, okay, sure, I kind of justified it in my mind. But I didn't see I thought my improvements from last year to this year were significantly more than Hunter's, and then he went up 3 spots on me where I stayed in the same spot. That was the only thing that was confusing to me.
Hunter looked much bigger to me. Did you guys see that in person?
He was a lot bigger and fuller, but he sacrificed conditioning for it.
No. I know that. I'm not saying that. I'm just talking. I'm trying to figure out what the improvement was. So was he a lot bigger than the last Olympia?
He was a lot fuller for sure. Yeah.
Okay, fuller, but
it's hard for me to tell what's what. Like, when you're blasting full, look, I'll give it to, like, I don't want to shit on Hunter's placing or anything. I don't dislike Hunter. I like Hunter. I don't want to take anything away from him. There's no issue here. It's just, when I look at my progress made, I thought I was in excellent condition.
Yeah.
I thought my muscularity was better than last year's Olympia. I think his was as well. I think he was probably but like, even if you look at some of the shots, I still outsized him as a whole. Even though he might've been fuller than me, I don't think I was the fullest I've been all season, but I think my conditioning was really good. But I think my conditioning was 15% better than his. So like, when I look at it compared to last year, I'm like, okay, I understand it's different lineups. And when you stand next to different guys, things end up different. But I thought I was, 8 to 10% better than last year's Olympia. And he was, it's hard to say what better is though. Cause was he bigger and fuller? Sure. But was he in better condition than last year? Not necessarily.
I was surprised at how big he was. If you want the truth, I didn't realize
when I saw him at the weigh-ins or at the athletes meeting, I even said, I was like, fuck man, he looked a lot bigger. Like, he looked big and full for sure.
Yeah.
But me and Nick could also come in 10 pounds heavier and still have strided glutes and still be, like big and full and look awesome.
That's where it comes to what's
the more competitive look,
bro.
I could have been on stage at 265 and 270 and looked fucking awesome with decent lines in my glutes and looked good. When I did Tampa, I was 265. Or 263. But like, to me, that's not as competitive as a look. So it's like, what is what, it's neither here. It's not anything against anybody. It's just whatever they're looking for, I guess,
So I have a question, and I know you're probably going to kill me for saying this, but I have to give you guys a little bit of shit, or else people are going to think I'm just like on your side all the time. Do you think this was your best look of the year?
No.
Iain? Okay, good. So I'm not crazy, right? Because I'm like, I still think.
Iain, do you feel like you're burning out a little bit?
I felt my look was a little tired. I think my conditioning was there and everything was there, but I thought I had to work a lot harder with the food and like the little bits of like last minute maintenance to get the same look. Like, look, if you look at all my looks across the year, like, we're talking about like a 3% variance.
Oh yeah.
They were all almost identical. Like, I mean, if I even put up a side tricep where I'm doing like all 3 of them, my conditioning, my fullness, everything is almost identical. If I had to pick one that I think was the absolute best, I'd probably pick Texas, but it's tough to say. I mean, I think my fullness and like hardness was the best at the Arnold, but I think I had the most.
I was going to say, I think best package was Arnold at night.
I think Arnold at night was my overall best, but I think I had a little better like detail on like through my quads and stuff like that at Texas. But I think overall fullness, dryness, pop, everything was the best at the Arnold night show. Yes.
So I judge your looks not by your side shots, because your side shots to me always look good, and they're not
but my front shots.
Yeah, I judge your fullness and your shape at each show by front and back.
Yeah.
And I felt like Texas was your best. Arnold was a very, very, very close second.
Yep.
And the Olympia was a little, and like you said, it's a few percentage points, but you just didn't have that same pop.
I didn't quite have the same pop. No.
Yeah.
I couldn't. Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest. I was, and especially for the Saturday, we really tried to even come in sharper, which I sacrificed a little fullness because I thought that was the edge I had over Hunter. I saw Hunter in person. I thought he was big, but I thought his conditioning was not great. And I thought, and when they didn't do the 4-man call out till at night. So I thought Hunter was in 6th. I had Bonac in 5th, Nick and Hottie 3rd, 4th.
Were you guys surprised at that 4th call out? You guys, I mean, it looks like a lot of people were.
I think everyone was a little bit, but I mean, it's whatever. So I thought Hunter was the 1 spot ahead of me. I thought it was Hunter and Bonac and me were like all 1 spot close. And I thought the thing that I had is if I just came in sharp as a fucking tack on Saturday night, that I could pull a Steve Kuklo and jump ahead of him. But I think my best move would have been to come in 4 pounds heavier that night. You know?
Okay. I'm going to ask you something in hindsight. I think I know the answer, but I'm going to ask you anyway. If you could have been 6th place and not done the Arnold, would you rather had that, or would you rather had that second place at the Arnold and still been seventh?
I mean, I wouldn't trade that Arnold second place for anything.
Me neither.
Okay.
The only thing I would trade is an Olympia second place. I wouldn't even trade a third or a fourth for that Arnold second.
Really?
And even just that memory, like that week I had, like being on that stage with Nick and being first and second together. There's almost no placing I would trade for that now.
That was definitely my favorite show of the year.
Yeah,
That's
I
crazy.
wouldn't trade an Olympia top 5 for that. Not even close. No.
That's shocking. I got to be honest. Guy, what would you do if you're in the position?
I mean, even money wise, I made way more. So
No, money for sure.
I'm a baby, and I'm like sensitive and like memories, so I would probably say the same fucking corny thing.
I had so much fun at the Arnold, man. Like I wouldn't trade that for anything.
The Arnold was extremely fun.
I'm a cornball like that, though. You guys know that.
If somebody asked me that question, I would have guessed you would have said I would take a top 3 instead of the Arnold.
Well, like he said, it was more about the memories versus the placing.
Yeah, I mean, and look, and this is also, I know that there'll be other Olympias where I'll be top 3, and I also know that it was just like that whole year, came to a good close. I'm not upset about it. Like I'm happy with everything, how it went. I mean, I'm happy with how I looked at the Olympia. I'm content with the placing. Like I don't feel any sense of like, fuck, I wish I feel no ill will towards the Olympia whatsoever. Like I went home that night, I slept well. I didn't feel like, fuck, I wish, there was things I thought about. I ruminated a little on, like, obviously beating Bonac or beating Hunter, or like even where Nick placed, that I was kind of like, what the fuck, like there was little things that I thought about, but like it didn't bother me to the point. And I also know that I'll have absolutely no issue re-qualifying for next year. Like I know any show I go in, I can probably win. I'm not worried about getting back there next year. So, I mean, it's not like it's, if I go do, this show in Egypt, I'm confident I could win that. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not about getting back there or anything. But yeah, no, that Arnold second place. I mean, I won a shit ton of money and Nick won a shit ton of money and we were top 2 together. And, I bumped Steve out of that second place at the night show. And like, I mean, I ruffled some feathers. Like I wouldn't trade that for anything.
You love pissing people off.
Yeah.
Nick, how much money did you win for
round 2?
From the Arnold?
Yeah.
140.
I thought Ian, I thought you won 140.
No, I won 75.
Oh, you won 75. And Nick, you won 140. What did you win for the Olympia, Nick?
35.
What'd you get?
25.
25. Well, that's not bad. 10 grand apart.
Yeah.
He gets the qualification though. You don't. So you got to start over, but you're going to show in like 2 weeks. So you're almost there.
I mean, even if I don't, like I'll go do a show next year and win it.
No, I know. I'm just saying. Is it? Yeah. Okay. More importantly than all of this, the Olympia is great and all that shit. But Nick, you're an asshole. Because I asked you before the Arnold if you had a girlfriend. And you said you fucking lied, and you said no.
No.
All right, tell me the truth.
You
Tell me what
asked me
happened
before the Arnold. I started after the Arnold.
Oh, you serious? It happened that quick?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you didn't lie. I take it back then. So you're not an asshole. You didn't lie to me. You didn't lie to me. Okay. So tell me how that happened.
Yeah, you bioed her up quick, bro. That's
what I was gonna say, right? He's like,
move,
he just met her like a week ago.
You bioed her up fast.
I'm in love.
Yeah,
they were cute as hell together.
Locking hard.
Well, it was. She messaged me after the Arnold and was just, very supportive, I guess, and very happy that I won. So we DM'd each other majority of that entire night, and then all day the next day. And I was just like, okay, well, here's my number. Like, I'm tired of DMing. This isn't high school. So, and then we just kept talking, and she's just very supportive human being, which is something I thoroughly like to have. She's very caring, so we just took it step by step. I seen her basically, at the show, and it was pretty much it from there.
Did you guys talk at all before that, or is that the first DM she sent after the Arnolds?
That was that was it.
First one, eh? So she's
it was weird because I seen her at the Arnold as I was getting ready to do my first tan.
Yeah.
And the female wouldn't even fucking look at me, Fouad. Like I thought I was disgusting.
Well,
Maybe because you had a beard. You had a beard at the time.
if the shoe fits, Nick.
Well, I was like, no, I was getting ready to tan. Everything was gone.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like you can't like say hi. What are we, 5? Like, so I'm like, okay, whatever. And then she says in my DMs after, and I'm like, this is confusing already. I don't understand. So I just let it roll, and we hit it off, and
now she's your girlfriend.
Yeah.
It did happen though fast though, right, Guy? It's like I don't know if like a week after like I meet somebody, they're like in my my bio.
I saw the bio. I was like,
is she still here in Stuart?
No, she left already.
Okay.
Guy, do you want to tell him how it happened?
Wait, what?
You sent me a fucking text. Don't you remember?
Oh, I said Nick's got a fucking girlfriend. What the fuck?
So like
I took a screenshot of Nick's IG and I sent it to Fouad. I go, what the fuck is this shit? Everyone's like, what? I go, look in the bio, bro. He's like, what the fuck?
I just kept my mouth shut. I'm like, I'm sure he'll say something about it at some point. That's fucking funny.
Well, no, that's like spending a few days with her, like it being who we are. Like, I feel like you have to find someone that just doesn't stress you out at all. And she's just a very like go with the flow type of chick, man.
I think it's important. I think we've talked about this before. You either find somebody who's in the industry or at least understands the industry. I don't think it's easy for us to date like normal women who have like normal lives.
Yeah, I agree.
How bad is it to say that out loud?
I don't feel bad about it. We have fucking weird lives, man. Like
no weird lives, yeah.
Most people fucking
No, we do. We probably have the most complicated lives.
Most people go for a fucking drink on the weekends and they fucking go to dinner 3 times a week and shit. Fucking, I don't know, man.
Should I, before I started my creamer ride, should I hit him with a story from fucking Monday night?
Oh, fuck.
Yes.
Holy fuck.
I like stories.
I love stories.
Oh, and how funny were we laughing? I'm in tears thinking about it because I'm gonna fucking die laughing.
I'm not gonna say I want to say the punchline so bad, but I'm not. Go ahead.
Hold on. What are you drinking, Guy?
Bolero.
What the hell is that?
Yeah, flavoring.
It's like Mio. It's like sugar free.
It's with stevia based, not sucralose.
Okay.
He's watching his gut, but then he eats Ben and Jerry's at night.
Bro,
dairy free Ben and Jerry's.
Oh, okay.
Dude, I lost weight at the Olympia, so I gotta keep my fucking weight.
Making it back.
No, I was gonna say, Guy, your face looks thin.
Hey, before you tell your story, are you going to Dallas at the end of the month for Gasp or no?
Yeah, I go all the time. Okay, I'm important to them. You're not.
I'm in.
Well, if I showed you the text of them asking me to come, then you change your tune a bit.
Go.
No, I'm just saying, are you going to be there? Because I'll
go. Yeah.
Okay. Tell your story.
All right. So, fucking first of all, Saturday morning, I get a phone call that a kid got killed on my road, fucking a couple 100 yards away from my house. They were trying to jump one of these little hills by my house. I live in a resident. Nick, you've been to my fucking house.
Yeah, I know.
You know where I live. The kids were going 83 miles an hour and they hit like the little hump in the road. They were trying to jump and there's like a hard turn to the right. And they apparently were trying to drift. They 83 miles an hour hit the hump and then they were doing like 90 miles an hour, hit the fucking telephone pole, ricocheted off the fucking telephone pole, went up like a barrier. The car hit a tree like 8 feet up in the air, came back down, rolled, and the kid went through the back windshield and landed on my neighbor's property. And when I was driving home from the airport, I said I stopped, and there was a big thing of roses on the ground covering where the kid was laying before he like died. It was crazy.
This was a funny story. Where are we going?
No. This was the first.
Like, I don't know.
I have no idea what he's talking about at this point.
Okay.
This was a story that happened before. So like that. So my buddy called me on Saturday and I was like, holy shit, dude, I can't believe somebody died like right by my house. It's wild. And Monday, because this is my same buddy who's a cop. He called me on Saturday, calls me again on Monday. And so he calls me again on Monday and I'm like, yo, and he goes, hey, bud. And as soon as he said, hey, bud, my fucking heart dropped because my parents watch my dogs when I'm gone. So my mom had been watching the dogs, and my mom watched the dogs on Thursday. And so she left on Sunday. My dad came on Sunday, and my mom went back home, and my dad was staying until I got home on Wednesday. So my buddy goes, listen, I'm at your house. And he goes, your dad's really not doing good. And I'm like, what do you mean he's not doing good? He was like, dude, he goes, he's really sick. And I'm like, did he eat something? Did he do something? He's like, no. He was like, he texted me that asked me if I was working. And I told him I was working, but I was across town. And then he said 2 minutes later, he texted me. He goes, Rob, something's not right. Like, I don't feel well. Like, I need you to come to my house like now. So Rob said he called like the squad to my house. The ambulance came, that they got my dad. They were checking to see if he had like a stroke. They didn't, like, couldn't even fucking stand up. He was slurring his words like he was fucking drunk. So they rushed him to the fucking ER, into the hospital. I called my mom. I'm hysterical, but at this point, I'm trying to look at flights at home. I'm debating getting in a rental car and driving to Jersey from fucking Boca Raton. I'm like, I never panicked in my life. This was the first time I've ever went into full panic mode. And my mom's like, my brother jets to my mom's house, picks my mom up, drives to the fucking ER. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. When I was in the hotel, and I was like, if I stay in this hotel, I'm going to end up freaking out bad. So I went to the fucking gym, and I was doing back and buys. I got done training back, and I'm fucking doing my first bicep exercise, and I'm doing fucking easy bar curls. And I'm like this, and I slammed the weight down, and I went, son of a bitch. And I fucking call my mom, and she answers, and I'm like, hey, you at the ER? She's like, yeah. I go, are you with dad? She goes, yeah. I go, what did he eat today? And she goes, hun, what did you eat today? And he's like, nothing that would make me like this. Something's not right. And I go, Mom, did you fucking tell him to not eat the goddamn Rice Krispie treats with fucking THC in them that I told you to not eat, and remind dad to not fucking eat? He came over. So I hear my mom go, Guy, did you have any of your son's Rice Krispie treats? And he goes, yeah, like one or two. And I go, wow, your husband's high as fuck in the ER because you're the one thing I tell you to do all fucking week to not eat. I go, one rule. I said, just don't eat the fucking Rice Krispie treats. Do whatever you want in my house, anything. Just don't eat the Rice Krispie treats that I made. And I go, and you guys literally don't listen, eat the Rice Krispie treats. And now your husband is fucking high as a kite in the hospital. I said, way to go, Mom.
Can I ask? I thought about it. How old's your dad?
67, never smoked a joint in his life,
so
bro.
Question is he okay now, though?
Dude, he was, I called him the next day at 2 o'clock. High as fuck still the next day.
That's badass.
Yes.
Dude,
your dad is living life hard right now.
I told Guy, normally I'll eat like a 5 milligram like gummy or something before bed just to like calm down and like fall asleep. One night I ate like 50 milligrams by accident. Scariest fucking night of my life. I'm like, this is the fucking worst thing.
My dad absolutely would started having a panic attack.
I told Guy, I'm like, I put my CPAP on, and I'm like, if I die with the CPAP on, no one's gonna know because the air is still blowing. That's how it's going through my mind. So,
told me that on the phone.
So no, but he said his dad ate 100 milligrams. I'm like, you
gotta think. Okay, so each syringe of the stuff, it comes in a syringe, is 1,000 mgs of THC. So I make a batch of, they're right there. They're right there, the ones he ate. I make a batch and I cut the squares, and there's about nine Rice Krispie treats about that big. So if there's 1,000 mgs in each syringe, it's safe to say that each Rice Krispie treat is just over 100.
Yeah.
All right.
Can you imagine being 67 and fucking feeling that?
Like I can eat like last night I ate 2 of them and went to bed. But like he doesn't.
But you're experienced.
But I'm
I'm
experienced.
You're a connoisseur.
Yeah, it was like New Year's last year or Christmas. I can't remember. Me and my buddy Dylan, like I had these like gummies that were 10 milligrams and like 8 little squares. So they were 80 milligrams in like a full gummy thing.
Yeah.
So we're like, yeah, fuck it. We both ate the whole 80. I was like pretty fucked up. But then he was like, it was like 3 days. And like even into 2 days, I guess, even into the day when he had to go back to work after Christmas, and he had to call into work sick because he still like couldn't even function.
And you were mine.
I was like a little groggy the next morning, but I was fine. Yeah,
man, I believe it. The next day after I took the 50, I was still fucking. I felt.
You feel a little doped up. Yeah.
What'd you say?
I'd rather just smoke out of a pen. Them fucking edibles.
Sure. Yeah.
Hey, dude, let me ask you guys: do pens make you cough more than like smoking a joint?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it depends how big your hit is.
I'm just asking because I'm not experienced, so I'm like,
yeah.
What'd you say, Nick?
I said if you're gonna hold down the pen,
yeah,
suck different. I think it will a little bit, but
no, I'm saying like same size.
Oh,
yeah,
I think so. Yeah,
I feel like the pen's harsher on my throat. It could be because I'm just not a fucking weed smoker.
Different, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
If I haven't smoked
the
pen in a
pens to
while,
me
I
are
find
too
they
weak.
are.
I don't like the pens. I don't do them at all. I don't even have one.
You're like an
I don't
OG.
feel-
You're an OG guy. You like to fucking actually like roll and fucking smoke.
Well, that's what I do in Canada.
Well, Chris, I got that fucking,
give me like a crazy feeling. I don't like it.
What does?
The edibles.
Oh.
it's a full body high. That's why we're like weed, just like a head high.
I like the pen. I feel good. I'm ready to go night and I'm good.
Night.
I like that. I like the edible feeling better. Just not too much of it. Like when I can measure it, you know what I mean?
I just want immediacy.
Oh, you don't want to wait the half hour or whatever it takes for that.
I don't want to wait an
agree with
indeterminate amount of time. I just like, if I want this, I want it now, and that's the end.
Do what I do. I eat the fucking edible, and I look at the clock, and I'm like 11 p.m. Okay, I'll smoke nonstop until like 12.
Until it hits you.
And then I'll
This is smart.
So
This
I'll
is
take
like
an edible at like
esters.
11, right? No, the edible won't hit me till like 12:30 before, like right before I go to bed. So I'm like, all right, I got like an hour and a half where I could like puff on this, puff on that, and just still like be a little high and then stay high. And then the edible smacks me, and I'm like, night.
This is like his weed sustanon, you know?
Yeah.
Weed.
He's getting going quick, and then
listen, if I started smoking weed earlier in my career, I'd be fucking Mr.O. That's for sure.
Why? Yeah. Why do you say that?
Because I wouldn't have any anxiety and I'd eat way more food.
Yeah.
What the hell you got there?
It looked like he was eting raw meat for a second.
That's what I thought. Like, what the fuck is that?
Raw beef.
Bro, one more person sends me that motherfucker that eats the Liver King.
Who's the Liver King?
That's gross.
I don't know who that is.
Show your screen. Show your screen. Show your screen, and then I'll tell you.
Okay.
Go to IG Liver King. I thought this was like a new trend. Everybody's been sending me this motherfucker. He only eats raw meat, uncooked, everything. It's fucking crazy. It's wild.
He only eats raw meat?
Only eats raw meat, bro. Raw testicles, raw liver, raw.
This guy.
Yes, dude.
Fuck.
He's jacked.
Oh, he's jacked.
I was say, why is he so jacked, bro?
Oh my god, and he's so lean too. Look at this guy.
Is he natural?
Watch one of his videos.
This guy's natural. I want to eat what he's eating.
I want what he's got.
Wait, read the caption on that. Go back. No, go back to the other one. He explains there.
Oh, God.
When my boys were tiny, I took matters in my own hands, starting with organic, pasture-raised, nose-to-tail foods, organic in-season fruits, veggies. The moons ago, I created an entire system for my boys to sleep like. Keep going down.
Go ahead.
Like our ancestors eat, like our ancestors move, like our ancestors.
No, read it out loud because there's people listening to audio.
For those that know me, they'll tell you that I'm full of fire, that I'm full of unbridled passion and energy and willingness and wantingness to do good in the world. He doesn't really. I thought he would say more about his meat eating here.
No.
It's getting a little religious on me there. Yeah.
So he just wants to live like his ancestors. That's his whole thing.
Yeah, but you got to see what he eats, bro.
Why does he have listen, this isn't, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but his waist is a little thicker.
Like, I mean, I don't think he's a competitive bodybuilder.
No, I know that. I'm just, how does that happen if you're not a competitive bodybuilder? That's what I'm wondering.
I actually looked at his abs and I thought his abs were implants. I swear to God.
Yeah, like look at his stomach here. It's crazy.
That's a lot of red meat in that tummy.
So he does what he calls nose to tail eating. So he eats the entire animal.
Everything, yeah.
Yeah.
Am I the only one that
testicle?
Really
is he like the fucking Dr. Saladino that came on my podcast? He's like, I eats raw testicles.
He eats raw testicles.
Yeah.
What's going on, guys? I'm one of the owners at Hostile Supplements, and we put a lot of pride in everything we do. This is one of my babies. It's called Bloodshot. It is a pump pre-workout formula with a 32-gram serving that is made to give you massive pumps in the gym. Today, we have a new flavor release. It's Sour Peach. And I swear we nailed it. It's one of my favorite flavors that we make. And because we have a new flavor release, I'm going to do a free shipping promo for the US domestic orders only of $99 and above. Use code SHIPFREE at hostile.com and get your new Sour Peach Bloodshot. Make sure you get massive pumps in the gym, guys. SHIPFREE at hostile.com. Thanks.
It's right there, bro.
Dr.
Like
Salad.
balls? Like
Dr.
balls?
Salad.
Yeah, right there. The one that one Fouad's on. That's him eating raw nuts, bro.
No. Like someone's ball sack?
Like a
not a human.
Not a human.
That would be cannibalism.
So-
that's
so
that's
no,
illegal
time
unless
out,
you're in
time out.
China.
Okay, wait a minute. Nick.
So you're telling me this guy eats animal ball sack?
Yes.
Yes.
So Nick,
Fucking gross.
there's a
Well,
guy.
not necessarily the sack, just the balls inside the sack.
Guy, there's a doctor. There's
Yes.
Did you ask
There's-
him how it tasted? Because
I did. There's a guy named Dr. Saladino. He's a huge
grapes.
he's a huge proponent of like nose to tail eating and eating organs and shit and eating raw foods. And he's like, he came on my podcast. He's like, I had testicles today. I'm like, seriously? He's like, yeah. I'm like, raw. He's like, yeah. So he had like,
This seems like something Ben Pekulski would do.
Wait, so not only is he eating the testicles, he's eating them raw.
yes.
Yes.
And
He's not
apparently,
even like
apparently,
cooking
it's
and
really,
He
apparently,
doesn't want to cook any of those vitamins and nutrients out, bro.
apparently
he's
it's
not
really
even
good for
putting
you.
a little salt on it or something. Like
I don't care how good the nutsack is for you, bro. I ain't gargling that shit. Sorry.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked up.
What's this?
Can you watch him eat something? Because it's disgusting.
no, I don't want.
I'm a
liver.
butcher, bro, and I can't fathom eating
What
that.
the
Big
fuck
old
is
liver
that,
right
man?
It's a liver. I'm just trying to figure out
Liver.
what animal it's from.
Probably.
It's
that
something
doesn't-
large.
Well, I know
Probably
that. I just
elk.
curious.
Cow.
What the
Cow,
fuck is this?
I'm thoroughly disgusted.
So this guy eats. Oh no, it looks like he cooked something here.
What I eat in a day? Scroll down. Does it show the whole diet?
No,
Yeah, for breakfast he has liver. For lunch he has
that's some
testicles.
bone marrow.
Wait, someone
and
asked
shit.
why no vegetables. What's his answer there?
A lot of people don't do vegetables, but I believe in vegetable.
Where I live, our
I
gardens
live-
aren't producing
gardens
them
aren't
at the
producing
moment.
them.
To be certain, I eat like our early ancestors ate. Our ancestors preferentially hunted and consumed animals, nose to tail, horns to hooves, and occasionally ate some foraging foods like in-season fruits, veggies, and tubers.
This
is
dude
what-
is fucking
This is
gross.
what Liver King and this guy's got the Dr. Saladino diet. It's the same fucking diet.
Or maybe
It's-
Dr. Saladino has his diet.
It's basically what's this? The carnivore. Isn't this the same thing as a carnivore diet?
I
No,
don't don't they cook food?
You can cook on the carnivore diet.
Is
Yeah,
this guy specifically raw food? only?
Oh, yeah, bro.
Oh, he doesn't cook anything.
And on the carnivore diet, you don't eat testicles.
I mean, you could.
Yeah, but none of them do.
So wait, go up. Is that meal of eggs and beef
This
there?
is-
He's just eating that raw like that?
That's raw.
That's raw, yeah.
Cut into strips, add a bit of salt. You got yourself a fully balanced plate. Wow.
That's probably why his stomach sticks out further than his dick.
Yeah, he has diverticulitis. That's why.
His body can't digest that shit right.
And look,
Oh. There you go. There's a video of him eating it. I want to see this.
I don't.
You won't see some highly processed shake in my gym. What's the point? We've got
1
access
second.
to-
I can 1 second. I'm gonna reshare like with the sound.
This is wild.
I gotta eat soon.
Oh my god.
Wait.
Oh my
My
god.
lord.
This is the most nutrient-dense, raw beef liver. The best thing to eat after you work out.
The best thing to eat after I
What's
work
his
out.
answer to that comment there about
I'll
the
never do it. I'll never do it.
he says no shaker or cutlery required, yet he has a fucking a block and a knife.
We eat another one?
Oh God, that's disgusting.
Keep going. I want to see his
Come on.
answer to this.
Turn it off.
This is the most
All right, 1 second.
And I butcher and I can't even fucking stand that. It's disgusting.
It doesn't say. I don't know if he answers it. It doesn't look like he answers it.
That's
I can't believe you
disgusting.
guys didn't hear about this guy. Everybody been sending me his shit, maybe because I'm fucking like I hunt.
I don't know, man. I don't.
If you hunt, would you ever do fucking that nonsense?
No.
That's insane.
Why do? I mean,
Like I would do it once for a video, like to be
Yeah.
comical. Like I would eat this stuff raw one time, just like for a day.
I don't think I could get a testicle. I think
wouldn't
I'd
do this
vomit.
as part of my daily diet. That's crazy.
do you guys think he takes steroids?
Absolutely not, mate.
Is he natural?
which seems kind of counterintuitive, doesn't it?
Oh.
That he's natural.
Yeah. Like, I mean, you're going so out of your way to eat like so naturally like your ancestors. I mean, maybe he is natural. He could be natural.
I think he's natural. It doesn't look overly developed anywhere.
No, he's not that
except for
big,
his abs.
I mean, obviously, all that meat is doing a little something to his stomach. That's for sure.
You think he showers or just washes himself in the lake?
Yeah, he washes himself in the lake. There,
I'm gonna go with the lake.
there it is. There's literally a shower video right below it.
Stop it.
He's right there. There you go.
Whatever, man. It's good for him. I fucking ain't doing that shit. Ain't no fucking raw meat.
I wonder what happens in your life for you to like go down that road, you know?
Never.
I think people have addictive personalities, and I think your addiction can lead in any direction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this guy found something and it's like a religion for him. He's like, this is the way, this is the only way. Every other way is wrong.
He just goes down it farther and farther. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy for him, but that's not for me.
Yeah.
Oh man. I'm like, why not just have some balance? Like, I'm sure it don't hurt to eat some vegetables, and I'm sure it doesn't hurt that much to cook your fucking food.
I mean, yeah, like, does he honestly think that raw meat tastes good? Like, do you think he enjoys the taste of that as much as he does like a nice cooked fillet from fucking?
There's no way.
There's no way.
I wonder. But people might say the same thing about us eating sushi. They're like, do they really think the raw fish tastes better than the cooked fish?
Well, I think that's disgusting. So
You think you think sushi's gross?
I don't eat it.
You're like the only bodybuilder.
Sushi's a pretty mixed thing, though. You know,
In what way? What do you mean?
like a lot of
Love it,
people
hate
like
it.
sushi, and a lot of people love sushi. There's not a lot of people that love eating raw meat for a living.
When, like when we all go out to get sushi, I get hibachi.
Yeah,
Really? I thought all bodybuilders loved sushi.
Nah, man, I throw up every time.
Oh, you've tried it. You just can't.
I
you
ate
can't stomach
Culver's
it.
the other day. You eat Culver's, Nick? You like Culver's? I had it the other day.
What is that?
It's here in Stewart, the burger place with the.
Oh no, I have not
Culver's.
had it. Is it good?
Good. Yeah,
That's the ice cream place too, right?
yeah. The ice cream's the best, man. It's the best thing ever.
I might have to try.
I could go.
I didn't-
for it.
Concrete mixers, they're called. They're amazing.
Yeah, that's right by my house.
Yeah, it's like frozen custard, but then you can like mix stuff in it like a blizzard. It's good.
Like a Dairy Queen Blizzard, right?
Yeah, but better. It's better.
All right. Say no more.
Yeah.
Now I want to go have a burger and I can't. I don't even know
Yeah.
why I'm
Only
dying.
get the butter burger too. Butter burger's the only one you get.
What is it?
Butter burger. Don't get any of the other. Only get the butter burger.
Look how this
Why?
podcast completely changed that these two fat fucks are done competing.
Isn't that great?
This
I love
podcast
it.
is turned
I
into
love it.
a fucking
What's
food
with the
review with
butter
it fucking-
It's not only the
It's
food,
like their
though.
smash burger, like their smash burgers, but it's the best one
Oh,
by
okay.
far.
Yeah.
It's not only the food guy, it's the personalities. Have you noticed that?
Well, Nick's
I'm so
actually
happy.
here in person. It's
I'm
actually
so
the person
happy.
too.
The worst podcast I ever did was Ben and Guy. They were both a week out from their shows, and they were both
I was fine.
they were
Ben
both
was
angry.
great.
Well, Ben was
Ben, I was fine. You even Ben was walking on another level.
you were just quiet. You were just quiet. Ben was fucking just miserable.
I was quiet because Ben was miserable. I
I
was
watched
like,
like 10 minutes of that episode, but I called it a day.
What's that, Nick?
I watched like 10 minutes of that episode.
Yeah, yeah. It's tough.
I was like, this episode's making me more angry.
Yeah, it's tough when you guys are in prep, man. It's good. It's a totally different feel. It's like it's so noticeable.
Do you
When you
notice
guys-
with me, though?
It's like, I think honestly, it's not so much, being a week out. That's the issue. For me anyway, I think it's just mental at that point.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm not necessarily saying like you guys are starving. It might just be that you're so focused that your sense of humor
Yeah.
goes out the fucking window.
Because I
Like,
was
I-
honestly eating more the closer I got to the show. It's just mental,
I don't know about you guys, but when I'm in that phase, I have zero attention span, and I can't watch. Like if somebody puts a comedy on, I'm like, don't put the songs. I'm probably not going to laugh.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just can't watch. Like if you put Happy Gilmore on or something, like a fucking week out from a show, I probably won't laugh.
Did you guys watch the new Dave Chappelle special on Netflix?
Yeah.
Love
Fucking
it.
hilarious. Watched
Love it.
yesterday.
Amazing. Yeah.
what is it called? I don't watch shit.
So funny.
Closer.
Go watch
What's it called? The Closer?
The closer.
Yeah.
Closer. Yeah.
He's the fucking best.
That
He
was
does-
so good.
You know, it's funny. He's not like a traditional comedian, like a Kevin Hart. It's more like a storytelling with humor.
Storytelling and his callbacks to jokes are
Yeah.
so good.
I know.
Like he makes a small joke at the beginning that's not really like developed,
Yeah.
and then like 30 minutes touch back to it and makes it so much
Yeah.
funny. And you're like, I completely
yeah.
fucking forgot about that. Like,
Yeah, I watched
so good
it.
at those recall jokes.
I watched it the day after it came out, and I'm like, I actually just want to watch it again. It's
Yeah.
fucking good. And the thing is, it's
Okay, so
It's
can
not-
I ask, is this really worth it? Because I've been hearing that.
No, it's really worth it.
you'll
And-
love it.
and-
You
and-
die.
You'll
You'll
love
love
it,
it.
guys.
And And there was that, another one, and everybody keeps telling me to watch Squid Games. I'm like, you guys for real?
I never watched it.
Listen, okay, all right, listen. I watched Squid Games.
I watched it too.
Is it good?
I don't know.
I got to one episode.
What does that mean? I don't know. What does that mean?
I don't know how to describe it because it's really fucked up.
But
like,
is it
fucking
good?
weird.
Like, did you enjoy it or no?
At
no,
points,
not
at
really.
points you
Because
don't.
like the whole subtitles with the way they talk threw me completely off every fucking time.
Okay.
But the shit they did. Oh my!
Ian,
Yeah,
did you
what
like?
is it
Ian, did you
based
like
off
it?
of?
So I really liked it until episode 6, and then I got, I think, 6 or 7. And then there's one episode that happens there where like this young guy fucks over this old guy in this marble game, and it pissed me off so fucking much. I stopped watching the show for like a week and a half. And then when I was in,
You get that angry at your TV?
Must have been
I watched
dieting.
the whole thing while I was in Orlando.
when I was in Orlando, then I was like talking about it with Scott Simmons, like the guy with Revive and Raw. And he was like, no, you got to finish it, man. That ending's good, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, fuck, okay, I'll finish it.
It's only one season.
Yeah,
So
it's
it's a
like
limited series.
9 episodes. 9
Yeah,
episodes.
Yeah. Okay.
On Netflix, is it Netflix?
Yeah.
Like, what is it about? Can you
People
tell me?
that are
Don't tell too much because I want to watch it. Don't
No,
tell.
I will tell you what
give me
it's
a
about.
trailer of it. Like, give me
Okay.
just tell me
Okay.
something.
Okay, so it's people that are like down on their luck, in debt, large amounts of money, that are given this opportunity by some sketchy corporation to compete in these like games called the Squid Games.
Yeah,
To
that's what we
win,
call games.
yeah, games to win astronomical amounts of money that will get rid of all their life problems.
But if they lose, what, they die?
Guy, can
Something.
you not ask more questions? I'd like to watch
Ask
the show.
questions now. The things I'm
I
allowed to
don't
say
care
in the
if I think
podcast
about
just
it.
get
No,
spoiled
it's just I want to
apart.
watch the show.
Yeah, my
and you're
favorite
gonna
game was
you're
like
gonna,
the first
he's gonna tell us the
episode,
whole
though.
show.
That's not. I mean, I'm
Which
sure.
one,
if I
Red
just
Light,
figured
Green
that out,
Light?
I don't think I.
When they had to like stop and then go.
Yeah,
and
red
then
light,
stop.
green light. Yeah,
Only because like their reactions at first were like,
yeah, because
oh
they
my
didn't know what the
God.
fuck was going on. That was
Some
crazy.
of them, it would say go, and then at some point none of them moved.
Yeah,
except
no
that
one
one old guy.
All right, now I
Yeah,
gotta
that
watch. Now I gotta watch it.
Now I know. I have no
now,
idea what they're talking about.
now we have to watch it, guy.
It's
pretty
good.
fucking
It's just-
wild.
I don't know. It's just gonna depend.
It's a Netflix series. You said.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like there's some episodes that definitely will piss you off and you won't want to watch it anymore. But at the end of the day, it ends up it ends.
How long are the
deeply-
episodes? If there's 9 of them.
like an hour.
Yeah, 45 minutes, an hour,
Okay.
50 minutes.
Yeah.
Are
I
you
can
still
bet
watching?
that.
Are you still watching C?
I'm up to date with C. Next episode
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Are you guys watching? Nick, are you watching C, guy?
What is it?
C.
C. Are you up to
S-E-E.
date with it, Fouad?
Like C with Jason Momoa.
Are you up to
Oh
date with
no. I
Yeah.
need to.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. Good
It's
right
fun-
now.
It's
Eh?
getting better. Yeah, it's getting
You
better.
guys
There was
have
a
to
couple.
text me
Either,
a
right?
list of like all these series. I don't watch shit.
You
know what
guys
I've been
gotta
watching
gotta
also?
watch C. I know you'll like it. If you liked Game of Thrones, you'll like C. It's got
I
the
never
same.
saw that
same-
either.
same-
Very
like-
different, but very good. Yeah.
Wait a minute, guy. You never seen Game of Thrones?
No.
Oh my God, you're missing
I
out.
didn't like. It.
Really?
So Paul waited till like a month ago to start watching it. He's like, how come I never fucking watched this before? I'm like, I told you the whole time I was watching.
Really? Is it really
Yeah.
that good?
I loved it, man.
I
Except for like
stopped watching
the
after-
last,
I
se-
love
the
it,
last
you know.
season. The last
First.
season's kind of meh, but like the first 7 seasons.
I'll
are
never
awesome.
remember when like. I guess this is like what do they call it when you say something like a about a movie? I don't want to like be a
Spoilers.
Spoiler.
Yeah, there's a spoiler alert.
Yeah.
There was like one episode where like one of the girls gets like, I don't know, raped and killed. And like everybody posted about it. Like Dexter posted about how he cried during the episode. I was like, are people really fucking doing reviews about an
Yeah, that's
episode of
the
this
show.
fucking this series? Like,
But if you're watching Apple original shows too, go watch Foundation.
Ted Lasso.
No, Foundation.
No, Ted. I'll check out Foundation, but I'm telling you,
I know about Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso's
know,
good.
you
he
watch it.
counters what you tell him. With another,
I
he
wanted
doesn't
to know
even
if you watched-
respond
I
to your
wanted to know-
show.
I
He
wanted
just
to-
hit you with another headliner.
I wanted to know if he was watching it.
I
It was
haven't
like-
watched it, but I know about Ted Lasso. Yes.
It was like he goes, go to Burger King, McDonald's. He didn't even say okay. It was like just threw something at you.
Yeah, go watch
What's
Foundation.
Foundation?
It's fucking sick. Just go watch it.
But like, what's the like? Is it medieval? Is it like? what
No,
is
it's
it?
like space.
Okay. I'm not generally a
good.
space guy though.
But it's not like spacey as in like Star Warsy kind of space.
Okay, I'll check it out.
It's like it's realistic space, but like just
I like Star Wars.
it's really fucking. I love Star Wars, but it's really fucking good.
I think Guy would like Ted Lasso a lot.
Guy would like Ted Lasso.
Guy would like Ted Lasso for sure.
How much fucking time do you guys have? You guys watch things I don't know nothing about.
You gotta get out of your garden and watch.
Dude, we're fucking bodybuilders, bro. This is what we do.
Guy, at 9 o'clock every night, I shut down. And
is that why when I call you don't answer, I have to text you, hey, this is important.
So I'm usually watching something.
So I know, and you're like, I'm watching a movie, and I was like, that night, remember, you're like, I'm watching a movie. I'm like, don't care, call me.
I know. I'm like, you text somebody. And like,
it was about the edible thing. He was like, what's up, man? Watching a movie. I said, don't care, it's important. Call me.
Yo, Nick, is it just me, or now that I've met him a few times, does Guy look like your dad?
I'm tired of hearing
it. Someone else said this?
Bro, I'll write like a nice, like emotional post about my parents, and like 90% of the comments are, Guy looks like your dad.
Oh my God. Annoying as fuck.
I'm not the only one.
I swear to God, I delete them all. I'm like, fuck you. Fuck you.
His eyes, they have the exact same eyes.
Okay, can we now, since Nick brought this up, I just want to ask you guys, is it fucking extremely aggravating? Because I know Guy has said this to me, and I've said this to Guy before. If you write something and you're serious about something, and all you get is podcast jokes for like the whole fucking.
That's the only time I'll get annoyed. Like I'm writing something sweet about my family, and like 90% of the comments will be like, "Your dad looks like Guy." Oh my God!
Man, you haven't been out to like any Arnold's or Olympias or anything really since this podcast has been big, but it's fucking insane, man. Like, even if a podcast is like, we're doing this so often, even if it's only 100,000 views on it, you go to the Arnold or the Olympia, even people like Melissa, she had lineups at the booth. She wasn't even there at the.
I got to tell you guys,
lineup, and people would just be like, "Oh, I saw you on Pro Chat. I love you so much. I watch you on the podcast when you're on there with Ian." People love this shit.
I got to tell you guys this, and you guys can correct me if you think I'm wrong, but the podcast is different than. So let's say, like, Ian, you do a workout video, right? Gets 200,000 views, or Chris does a vlog and he gets fucking 500,000 views. I feel like the people that are watching that are going to get information, and they're watching you in awe of your training or whatever it is. But when they're watching this, they're like, we're friends with those guys.
My boy, yeah.
So even though it's 100,000 people, they're like our friends.
100,000 that are connected.
They're like our friends. They're not just like trying to get information.
Well, that's what I would hear that.
Yeah,
I heard it 200,000 times this weekend. People be like, "Man, it's so weird. I'm meeting you. I feel like I know you from watching the podcast." So listen to this. This guy messages me. Nice guy. We talk all the time. And he says, "Hey, next time you're in Jersey, come have dinner at my house. My wife will make us a lasagna. We'll invite Guy over. He doesn't live very far from me." He goes, "I feel like I know everything. I know you like you're one of my friends." And I'm like, so I message him back. I go, "Yeah, man, that sounds great." I'm like, "But I don't know you." And he goes,
"Of course."
No. It was I wrote it in a nice way, right? So he starts laughing. He's like, LOL. He's like, "I didn't even realize that I know you, but you don't know me." So it's like they think we're all buddies, right? And it's like, but it was cool. So we've been talking ever since. And now we just laugh at our wives. Remember the episode we did with like what our wives do that annoy us?
Yeah.
So every once in a while he'll send me a screenshot. He said last one he sent me was a picture of his garbage overflowing. He's like, look what my wife does. She just puts the garbage on top of the rest of the garbage. And I'm like, my wife does that too. So we're just like, but that's the thing. Are you taking a piss, Nick?
Yeah. Bro. Oh, I can't do it anymore.
Oh, there it goes.
Holy fucking Jesus Christ. So the only thing that hasn't happened on podcast.
I'm going to go take a shit. Come on.
I was going to say, that's the only thing left. So I was going to take a shit. No, but I think that's why we get the lines. Well, I haven't been anywhere yet to get a line. But
everybody just looks at us and goes, "No, Fouad, I just roll my eyes now."
It was, man, the Meet the Pros was fucking crazy at the Olympia.
Was it all podcast people?
No.
It was everyone.
No, I mean, like your line, was it like predominantly?
It was a lot, but I mean, like it was, for both Nick and I, it was like nonstop the entire time. Nick had a line all the way to the back the entire time, That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I love hearing it was
that.
nonstop for 2.5, 3 hours, just nonstop people the whole time.
Yeah, I think me and you were like the last ones there.
Yeah, it was. You and me, yeah.
That's fucking great.
They were like everyone.
Yeah.
So I had this like really crazy thought that if for some reason I did Toronto, which I don't think I'm gonna, but even if I don't do Toronto, I thought
you're like the Kai Green of this podcast.
No. This has nothing to do. Okay, wait a minute. This has nothing to do with really beating them.
That is the most accurate thing I've ever heard.
Okay, wait. This has nothing to do with me competing. This is. I want to get everybody together for like a live bro chat.
Yeah.
Where do you think is the best place to do that?
New Jersey.
March.
New Jersey. No, I'd say
Dallas.
Florida, man.
Dallas.
Florida.
Oh yeah,
Because Ben, James is going to visit Ben.
that's that time when you're going?
Yeah, when I go, and I'm going to be there. Guy's going to be there. You guys are in Florida. You're not that far.
Well, but that's the last week of October. I might be in Egypt.
Oh,
I'll be at home.
huh. I'd like to try and figure it out, man. I think we could fucking honestly.
No, I think it's a great idea. We're just gonna have to coordinate it.
Guys,
Yeah,
I honestly think if we did like a live bro chat, we could sell out a fucking auditorium and just sit around and shoot the shit with everybody.
100%.
Like Impractical
Let's plan
Jokers.
that. I'm down.
Huh?
Like Impractical Jokers do in person. They do in person shit.
What do
Yeah.
they do? What do you mean?
Impractical Jokers. They do. I went to go see them live.
That is my favorite show.
Oh, I didn't even know that. No, I just
They do
thought.
it live. I went to go see them live. It's fucking hilarious. They just
That
fucking
is a
tell
great
jokes and talk on stage. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I thought
They
it'd
just
be
literally
cool.
make fun of each other and talk.
Yeah, that's kind of it. And then
And
we
they
just-
show like clips of things and talk about what's going on in the clips and this and that.
all right, we got to try and figure it out.
We should do like bro chat seminars and just have it be a seminar of nothing. And instead of taking like questions from your fucking Instagram, take them from the audience.
Yeah.
That's that's what we should do. You know what? I should get okay.
You know what?
That's
I should
not-
stop talking to you and just do everything myself because I have such great ideas.
Well, you're going to benefit from it too, retard. We're all
It's too
going to
retard this podcast. You and Ann. You guys are gonna get shamed.
we're all going to benefit. Yeah, seminars would be cool, but then we have to find a promoter that wants to fly 7 people out.
Bro,
Or
if they
eight-
knew
or
how many
8.
fucking people would show up, they would send us all first class.
All right. Well, if you're a promoter or you own a gym or you own a fucking store and you want to have a bro chat,
Hit up Ron Hache. He'll do that. He'll get us out there.
Ron would do it for Toronto.
Yeah.
Bring everybody in, except James. James would be a bigger deal.
Yeah, but
Anyway.
James is in the US right now, but that he wouldn't be that, no.
Yeah. Okay. You guys want to do some questions before we go?
Yeah.
Sure.
Nick, what are you eating before we go? Banana with what?
Chicken, a little
and
bit of
banana.
rice, a banana.
Chicken with cream of
almond
rice?
butter. What?
You say chicken and cream of rice with a banana?
No, chicken, rice with a banana, and I'll let that heat up, and then I'm gonna drizzle some almond butter on top.
Wait a minute. So you eat your chicken and rice and you put the banana in the chicken and rice?
Yeah, you never done that? It's really good.
Is
With
it?
the almond butter on top?
Yeah. I've
I'll
never
do
done
that last. I'll do that last.
Yeah. Yeah, drizzle the almond butter on top. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've never had a banana with my chicken. I had pineapple with chicken.
it's really good, man.
Any
Well,
little bit of sweet like that is good with it.
Well, if Nick Walker does it, that means I got to do it too.
Yeah. That's how you win Arnold's, Fouad.
Apparently, fuck, you got to do the chicken and fucking banana.
No, you want to be? That's all I ate for the Arnold and the Olympia carb up. It was chicken, rice, banana, and macadamia nut oil. That was it.
That was your
He does
entire
banana
carb.
very strangely, eh?
Banana.
It was
no,
just,
banana.
the only thing that changed was, obviously like the amounts, but like those were it. That was it.
Say banana again, Nick.
Banana.
Banana.
Planner.
Banana.
Banana. What's wrong with that?
Banana. Banana.
Fuck you, dog.
You and fucking Ben should have a bananas fucking baseball.
Bananas.
That's
Banana.
funny. Before we go on.
All right, I have a
Sorry, go ahead.
confession.
What'd you do?
I have guys here cutting my grass today.
Oh,
Cut
you
your own
gave me
grass?
shit. You gave me shit so many times for that.
Dude, I didn't
See, the more you're around me,
Hold
the
on.
more you take
No.
on all of my traits.
No, I'm just honest and just telling you because I could have got away with it, but I know they're fucking. I hear them, so just in case you guys hear it, I don't want to be fucking yelled at. So I didn't sleep when I left on Thursday, my house, to go to Orlando. Wednesday night, I never went to bed, so I didn't sleep Wednesday into Thursday, and I slept Friday. So I slept, Friday. Then I had the expo. So I didn't get a lot of sleep Friday to Saturday, Saturday to Sunday. Then Sunday I drove all the way to fucking Fort Lauderdale. Then I had to be up early for Blackstone. And then I got the call fucking Monday night about my dad. Didn't sleep at all Monday night because I was panicked. Even after I fucking was calmed down, my adrenaline was through the roof. And then slept a little bit Monday, Tuesday. No, I didn't sleep Tuesday. Tuesday into Wednesday, I didn't sleep at all because I had a flight home at 7 a.m., which I had to be up at 3:30 for. So I just never went to bed. So last night was the first night I actually went to bed and slept. So I was like, I can't cut my grass. I'm too tired.
So welcome to the club.
But that rarely happens.
Not anymore. Now you're going to see.
No.
Now you're going to see how convenient it is.
No.
Next week they'll be back.
No, because I'm going to go outside after this and do all the week.
You know how convenient it is? I have my guy cut Paul's grass. Paul's like, I got to go cut my grass. I'm like, I'll send my guy over. Like, fuck that. Don't worry about it.
I'll send my guy over.
But, okay. You don't realize that there's 2 guys on 2 ride-ons doing it right now.
Yeah. So what? It's great.
I don't have you have a little like properties. You got the pool and shit. I ain't got that. I got yard.
Yeah, I got barely any yard, but I know that. But I'm just saying, like, still though, if I had more yard, it would make even more sense to have somebody do it.
No, because I enjoy being outside. I'm just exhausted today. It's my day off, and I just didn't feel like I didn't feel like working on my day off. Normally,
Ian, you want to take bets that they're back again?
What? No.
You want to take bets on if he cuts his grass again?
And listen, they'll be back. And stop talking. Ian, stop talking. Ian, take the bet. Ian, take Ian, and whatever. Take the bet.
Whatever the fuck your name is.
And I got and banana.
Ian, take the bet. Ian, take the bet. Take it.
No, you'll have them back. I don't think they'll be
take the bet. I don't lose bets like this. Take the bet.
He'll cut his grass from now on just to
I'll
spite
cut
me.
my grass if I break my fucking legs.
Listen, I got a question for you. Since you live in a rural area with like tons of fucking land, I found this house that I really like. But it's about
tables are turning. I see.
What do you mean?
Turning into fucking little Cisternino.
Well, you take some of my traits, I take some of yours. It's a give. So I found this house I like. It's about 20 minutes outside the city. And I'm like, I really, really like it. It's surrounded by trees. It's a pretty big property. It's got its own fucking pond and shit. Like it's badass.
I pretty much have it when it rains.
Yeah. So it's really sweet. So the question is, you guys think it's worth it to drive the fucking 20? Because I got to drive into the city to fucking.
I drive 17 minutes to the gym every day.
Me too. My house is 22 minutes.
17 minutes to the dock. I got a car.
You don't think I'll care?
No.
I've done the drive. Like before you guys say anything,
you'll care for the first month, and then you'll forget about it, and every other drive will seem really short.
Bro, you don't do anything else with your life, and you have nice cars.
Oh no, you're right. I have nothing to do.
Okay, wait. This is the question.
I'm talking about driving wise. You don't go anywhere. Drive to the fucking gym once a day. You schlep.
This is the most important part, and I'll tell you this from experience. What is the drive? Is it just a straight shot on a highway, or is it like it's
in Canada? Yeah,
it's like 2 back roads in a semi big highway, not the big, not the 401. It's like
but it's like it's a drive you could like drive nice fast in your car, and it's not a bunch of lights.
Not a bunch of lights and shit. No.
Okay,
so you're not stop and go.
It'll be a nice drive. You'll enjoy it.
No.
Yeah, I enjoy my drive.
I like driving to the gym.
Yeah.
Well, this is
I like to play some music, get a little focus.
Yep.
So I was going to say this. So when I lived in Toronto, I used to live, and Ian will know this, I lived in Brampton, and I used to drive over to Mississauga to go to the gym. And I would take the 407 because I want to avoid traffic, but it would still take me 25 minutes.
Yep.
But I like that drive because like Nick said, I would put the music on and get myself set. But I just feel like I don't know, man. I don't know. Like if I want to go somewhere now, I'm 5 minutes from where I want to go. I just wonder if I'm going to regret it once I move, you know?
Won't regret it.
Yeah, I think you're right, to be honest. If you're like 5 from everything, you might.
Yeah.
Because I'm literally like 5 minutes from my gym, and I'm like, I don't want to move further.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's pluses to both, I think. What's he got back there?
Food?
Thirsty. Varsity tees.
T-shirts.
The t-shirt order. Okay, so while I got you guys, I got a question. What's with all the old guys going crazy lately?
I don't know. They're kind of rude.
Is anybody noticing?
Robbie Robinson really hurt my feelings.
I don't think it's Robbie Robinson. I don't think it's Robbie Robinson writing those posts.
It is because they don't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, he's fucking old delusional, man.
And it's all in capital.
Yeah.
Do you think it's him actually writing them?
He's been doing this on my Instagram for 5 years.
Really?
Yeah.
What's he say on your Instagram? He says
he would do shit all the time. Like I put up a video of me doing bicep curls, and he would be like, no wonder your biceps are so flat. You need to curl your pinky in more on your curls and blah, blah, blah.
He got mad at me for hitting a front double bicep and not doing this.
Yeah.
He got mad at my goddamn thumb knuckle.
It's nonsense, man.
He was like, the thumb should be intertwined. I'm like, you're getting upset at a thumb knuckle, bro?
He's like full-blown dementia or something, yeah.
I just don't know, man. I feel like it's really bad. It's not just Robbie. Like Barry DeMay said some stuff, and he was obviously
more. Are we going to be like this in 20 years?
No, listen, I'm already practicing what I preach. I'm fucking retired, and all I do is try and promote you guys. Like, this whole podcast is meant to promote the guys coming up.
Yeah, but like, we're your boys, and you like competed with us. Like,
but you weren't my, but you weren't my boy. Like, I never competed with Nick, and I never competed with
I know, but like, we're still kind of your generation, you know?
No, I know, but I mean, I wasn't like, look, the reason I started
the same time as me.
We weren't that close before I started the podcast.
Yes.
So you're my boys now, but I started the podcast to promote bodybuilding and bodybuilders.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'm ever going to be like those people, because there's one rule I always tell people. I don't think you will either,
but
the one rule that these guys aren't living by is live by the sword, die by the sword. You made a life made a life with the thing. You have to accept it all the way through. Yeah. So I'm like, this is what bodybuilding is now. So just fucking do your best to promote it instead of just shitting on it all the time.
Yeah.
I just don't get what I don't get is, I said something about Barry DeMay and what he said. And even though he was respectful in his comments, I just said it's bad timing. It's like, you're not going to change things by commenting on Instagram. He knows who he has to talk to. He knows who the people at the very top are. So why is he not talking to them instead of making a post? And also, why is he doing it the day after fucking Nick wins the Arnold's?
Yeah.
Like, why take something away from someone who just accomplished the biggest day of their life? And you're like, oh, I'm gonna put a little bit of shit on your parade.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, just, timing and timing matters, and who you talk to matters. People are like, well, he's trying to bring notoriety. And I'm like, it doesn't matter how much notoriety is. If the people at the very top,
when it's brought with disrespect, it doesn't mean anything.
But Guy, you know how it is in this sport. If the people at the very top don't want to sit down with you and discuss whatever changes you're talking about, it doesn't matter. Those are the people that make the decisions.
100%. You could sit there and chirp and fucking, bark like a dog all day. He's not going to do anything.
Yeah. So anyway, it doesn't bother you guys. Are actually competing. It doesn't bother you guys that much.
We never hear someone like Jade talking about shit like this.
That's why I respect Jade.
That's what people think of as the best ambassador for the sport. I mean, like,
that's right.
He just doesn't.
Even Jay does the same thing too. He's got his JTV. He always is. He texts me multiple times. Hey, can you do a video for me? Like Jay does that. He posts. If you send him shit, he'll post it right up.
Yeah, Jay's always promoting everybody. That's right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Jay's.
And he's there like anytime Nick and I post pictures or do well at a big show, he'll comment on it. He'll DM us, like everything. You know?
I wonder if it's because the air. Don't post that guy, please. Because everybody's gonna be like, "Where's bro chat, guys?"
People have been blowing me up for the past 2 days.
I know, me too. I'm like, oh, I don't get a break. I did like 8.
I love it when he goes, "Don't post that," because he knows I'm gonna post it no matter what.
I did like 8 podcasts last week. I take 3 days off. People are like, "Where's bro chat?" I'm like,
hey, they know what's important.
I know, but I need a couple days to breathe.
No days off, bro. Live by the sword, die by the sword.
No days off.
Going back to what you said though, Iain, I wonder if we're from the generation of bigger bodybuilders. Maybe that's why we don't get offended by it. They're from a totally different look, right? They're from an era that was like were
they talking about this like guys from the 90s and 2000s?
I remember. I remember them.
Nasser and Ronnie and Jay and Marcus Bull. Is this how they were talking about all these guys too?
I think I do remember them talking about Ronnie and Jay, and I mean Sean Ray used to talk about Ronnie's gut and fucking.
Fuck him. I mean,
I just mean like, yeah. I just want to know how you guys thought being in it. Like, if you guys care, or you don't care, you brush it off, you don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck. No,
don't give a fuck. What's that?
I go around and have a nice day.
Yeah. Like, look, I'll be 100% honest. If someone like Jay Cutler came out tomorrow and said this kind of stuff, I'd be kind of sad. I'd be upset. And this is what, like these guys that I think, especially lived by our sword, when you're saying it like that, like guys that were like laid out the footprints that me and Nick are trying to follow, from, social media to like, how you promote the sport to the type of physique that we have, like all these things. yeah, that would kind of upset me. But like these guys that I can't relate to in any way, they're living in a completely different generation in terms of how the sport is promoted, how we live, the look that's at the top right now. They just don't understand the world we're living in. And I can understand them not understanding, but I can't understand them giving the negativity they give.
Yeah. I think Seth, I was thinking about Seth too. Seth's another one who's always, I wouldn't say he's out promoting everybody on his channels or anything, but he always has a good thing to say about people.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah. Okay. We got time for a couple questions or what?
Yeah, do one or two.
Who's got the best drip of the crew? Oh, we did this on the other podcast.
Which drip?
I'm assuming your swag, your clothing, your
I'm
drip. Iain looked pretty good in his recent post there with his red fucking shoes.
Those are my Gucci shoes, bro.
I don't know how you pull that shit off. I gotta show
They're
everybody.
Gucci's.
I know they're Gucci's. I'm fully aware.
Jeans.
I got but after the Arnold, I got myself. They had some really good shoe stores in Ohio. I bought myself some nice shoes.
Look at this.
The Gucci's are old. I've had those for a few years. It's
Where
not
is
on
the-
my.
Where did
think
I
it's
see it?
on,
Is it
I
your
think
buddy
it's on
there?
Judy's or Melissa's?
There it is.
Yeah.
Look at these fucking bad boys.
Oh, he's got the fucking roll too. Look at those.
He's got the. Is this a purse?
Yeah, it's my bag. Look at what Melissa's wearing. She's got a fucking $4,000 jacket on, $1,000 shoes too.
Yeah,
She's outdoing all of us.
But this is dressed down, so you can't tell.
Yeah, but that's her like thing. Hers is like expensive hobo swag, you know?
And I got a little fucking
guy. Could you pull off these loafers?
Huh?
Could you pull off these loafers?
Fuck yeah, I can.
Yeah,
I'd
I
like-
could pull them off.
I don't think so.
Bro,
Yeah.
easy. Me and Ian got bag style.
That's the same one I have.
You have this one?
Yeah, mine's the same. I just have the black and red strap. It's almost like
Oh, really? That's
Oh, what's
fucking
that?
hilarious.
You mean this?
No, I got it. Oh, well, yeah, mine's a little nicer.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
well, you got a bigger purse?
Oh, yeah, it's almost the same thing, bro. Yeah. You got the double? You got this thing on it? I got this thing, Ian. Look.
No, I don't have it with the little one on it. I have a Louis wallet.
Wait a minute.
No, I got. Hey! Don't hate. Hey!
I got the same fucking wallet.
Hey!
Okay, now wait a minute. I'm
Oh, okay. You want to play? You want to play fun games?
Trust me, I have one that beats all of yours, so don't worry.
all right.
Yeah.
I'm back. Okay, I'm with you guys. Here we go. Fuck
Oh, there you
bud.
go.
Hold on. I'm
I got the Louis.
I'm gonna end game this real quick.
I'm gonna.
I have the biggest. I have the biggest one they make. So
I'm gonna order a fucking new bag today. Fuck you guys.
Hold on.
he's gonna have the same one I have.
Here.
I'm gonna order a bag too. This is ridiculous.
Oh, I think. Oh no, yours is still smaller than mine.
Hey, have you guys tried this yet?
You want to see?
Guy, have you tried this yet?
Here.
Good.
Yes.
I just got some of this. I haven't tried it. Is it
Is it?
fucking,
Ian.
it's Branch Warren's beef jerky.
Oh, there you go. Those are
Holy
pretty sick.
shit, guy. You
Hold
got
on.
some style there.
You got Pradas.
Those are nice. What are the first? What are the blue ones? They're Louis.
Got the big Louis wallet.
Okay, get out of your closet. What the fuck? Oh, that's a big one. That's a big one.
I have the full size duffel. The Louis.
guy, you're hilarious.
But Chris bought that for me. I didn't buy it for myself.
Come at me, bro.
I'm gonna buy a suitcase, put a strap on it.
I gotta go clean that shit up.
All right,
Yeah, I
no,
have the full size like duffel. That's like the big gym bag size one. But Chris bought me that after the Olympia last year.
yeah, it's a perk of being a coach.
Yeah.
Okay, before we go on,
What is this? Chewing tobacco?
no, it's beef jerky. It's
No.
Branch Warren's company.
They're
Is
doing
this
something really cool.
is this good?
Amazing.
Is it really?
Mine.
Yeah, no, it is really good. I've had it.
Well, get him to send me some. I want some. Why
Yeah,
the
I'll
fuck you guys all get some and not me? Do you want not like me?
You're
Look
not.
at already. Ian's already getting upset.
If you were fifth, you would have got some. Got
Oh
some.
man.
Branch was there and was supporting me at Tampa Pro and telling me I looked awesome, and he wouldn't even send me beef jerky.
We'll tell Branch, send Ian some beef jerky, please.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I want to try this. I gotta wait for a cheat day, and then I'll fucking.
He's got a couple.
I'll have at it.
I got.
You got some?
Oh, yeah,
Which
there you go.
Oh, you got all kinds, all the flavors. Oh, he's got the sticks too.
Shit.
Yeah, I'd rather. Yeah, the beef sticks are cool. I fucking travel with those. That's cool.
What do you Americans call those beef sticks again?
Beef sticks, aren't they?
Probably there.
Jerky.
No, there's like a name for those that like
Slim Jims.
Slim Jims. That's it.
That's a brand.
That's a brand.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna. You know what? We've been talking about all this shit, and we didn't even talk about fucking. Dude, you coached Chris to his 3rd fucking Olympia.
I did.
That's crazy, man. You know, that's what I love about you. You
Chris wins Olympias on his own. I just kind of directed.
I don't know if it's on his own.
Traffic, you know?
I don't know if it's on his own. I mean, the guy's conditioning is fucking pretty great.
Yeah, I mean, this was a hard one. I'll tell you, this was other than the one where his shit really flared up. This was the toughest one for sure.
He told me, I had him on a couple days before the Olympia. He told me there was a couple weeks where he got stuck, but you guys got things moving.
It was a hard prep, man. I mean, obviously, you know, we had some stuff going on here too, you know, that was stressful and that made everything stressful.
Yeah.
You know, that in combination with his weight sticking, and even though the look was getting there, it was still tough. And then it was just it was just a tough prep. I mean, like it was a rough go. And I mean, even mentally, like to keep yourself motivated, you know, like in that 3rd time, it's just different, you know, like it's hard to continue to defend titles like that when you feel like you have nothing to prove at that point, you know?
I can imagine.
And, you know, it's like, it just feels like it's like a little blah, but it was tough, but it was good. Yeah, I'm happy. You know, I think his look last year was a little better marginally, but I think that he still was the clear victor this year handily. And I was very confident of that after prejudge, and I'm proud of him that he pulled that off. Cause I mean, I know he had to fucking kill himself to get down to that weight, you know?
Yeah. Like
he was at like points where he was doing 2+ hours of cardio a day, eating 0 carbs, like, you know.
That's what me and Nick were talking about before. I think it was before you guys logged on, about him being satisfied. And Nick said he won't be satisfied until he's retired. And I always wondered to myself, I'm like, if you're Chris, or even I was wondering when me and you were talking, Nick, I'm like, if you win the Olympia, yeah, there might be some motivation to, you know, win 2, 3, 4 and be at the top with, you know, some.
It's so fleeting. It's so fleeting.
But I can only imagine, like, I don't know, like what does Chris have to prove anymore? Like nothing. So if you don't have nothing to prove and you have so many other things going on in your life, it's got to be hard to, like,
very hard,
suffer the way it take, you know what I mean? Because I think suffering is easier when it's your only avenue.
When you're hungry.
Yeah. When you're hungry. Yeah. When you have fucking other avenues, you have other things going on in your life, I think it's a little bit harder.
Trust me, man, I've seen it from Chris's side too. Like I don't know what's that guy that does the Michael Jordan book and stuff.
His trainer, you mean?
Yeah, what's that guy's name?
I don't know. I know who you're talking about though.
But that guy, and he was even saying like that, like, you know, like winning is so quick and short, and like it's nothing. You know, like winning is so, like, it doesn't give a fuck about you. Like it's so, like, it happens. And
it's like temporary.
It's done. Like you win that, and you expect like a parade and fireworks and your life to change, and you wake up the next morning, it's the exact same fucking thing as it was the day before, you know?
Tim Grover, is that it?
Tim Grover, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't imagine, man.
It's very anticlimactic.
So let me tell you something though, anticlimactic or not, he gave one of the best fucking speeches I've ever heard. And
that was the best speech ever. Yeah.
And when he spoke about George and shit, like he nailed his speech from top to bottom. It was awesome.
Speech.
Speaking of his speech, after the speech he gave, he did some photos. And when you guys do 3, do you do 3 like this, or do you?
I know what the fuck is he doing with this?
I do like this.
So awkward. I'd be like this.
I know. I'm like, this is 3, not this.
3, yeah. Like
I can see it either way. This is kind of comfortable.
I mean, this is something cool. Like I feel like this is something Chris would do, but this is normal.
Yeah.
This is normal, but actually, this is more of a stretch than this is a lot easier.
No, that's
Stretching
weird.
I don't think so. This is more of a stretch.
Stretching to reach these two is easier than just doing
This
this.
feels awkward for me.
This feels this feels awkward.
This is quicker. He maybe just wanted the quick route.
No, you want to look fucking trendy.
I think he wanted to be different. Like
You want to start something. We're gonna see shirts with this.
Everyone's gonna be doing this now instead of this with a mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna shave his mustache into like a little face with fucking three.
So I saw, and I don't think this, but I saw some people saying his conditioning wasn't as good. Do you think
no,
his conditioning
was as good? He was just a little on the flat side in prejudge.
I thought to myself, maybe it's the same. It's just that he didn't make such a drastic jump from the previous year. Like there was such a huge difference from one physique to the next. Last year,
his conditioning, if anything, I think this year was actually a little better. And at night, I think when he was a little fuller, it showed better.
Yeah.
But he was a little on the flatter side in prejudging, which is surprising because like usually even when he's really flat, he doesn't look flat. This time he actually kind of looked flat in the morning, and when we gave him a little more food throughout the day, he looked a little better. But yeah, he was just a little flat in morning. I mean, he had like a 9 a.m. prejudge, like it was,
So how hard is it to coach while you're also on the Olympia stage?
One guy like Chris, not hard at all. I also wasn't alone. Like I had Julian with me, which was like, keeping he was watching me and relaying to Patrick. So I wasn't really worrying about myself at all. Like I'd literally Julian and Patrick would talk and Julian would be like, Patrick wants pictures at 9 o'clock. I'd be like, okay, I'd stand up, take pictures. And then Julian and Patrick would talk and they'd tell me what to do. Like I was really like secondary,
Yeah.
And then I would just worry about Chris. But like, even Chris, it's like Chris and I would be like, I think you're a little flat. How do you feel? I'd be like, yeah, I think I'm a little flat. I'd be like, okay, eat this, like it was like, or I'd be like, hey, when you're done prejudging, if you feel a little flat, have this meal. If you feel a little full, if you feel good, eat this meal. And he would make the own judgment call himself,
Mm-hmm.
Like, it wasn't like I was like looking at him every 15 minutes, like crazy, he knows what he's doing and knows what the look is. I was just there to like steer the ship,
How are you and Matt, Nick? Because it's perfect running in unison the whole time. Is it just you and Shaun, right? Did he have anybody else?
No, it was just me and Shaun, and me and Shaun were in the same house. So when we posed together, we ate together, we trained together, we did everything together. So it was pretty simple.
Did you think Shaun was better than Derek?
Again, that's
I know it's apples and oranges, but
but I'm a big believer, like I already said earlier, you have to take the champ out.
Yeah.
And I don't think he took Shaun out. I think they gave it to Derek because Derek finally showed up.
Yeah.
He did what he had to do. He is like 40 pounds heavier than Shaun. Excuse me. And he does have that more, aesthetic pleasing look than Shaun.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, I think they, always wanted Derek to win. And when Derek finally showed up, it got rewarded, which it's okay. Because I know how Shaun is, and Shaun's just gonna bust his ass even harder now. So the only thing that just shoots Shaun in the foot really is just his height, man.
Yeah, his shape is fucking crazy, man. Like
if Shaun was 5'10", he's the best bodybuilder in the world.
If Shaun was 5'10", he'd be Ronnie Coleman.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have never seen Shaun like shredded. I've seen him in the off season, and that's even impressive because he's so bubbly.
Yeah.
But to spend the entire week with him and just watch who he is, watch how he does things, watch his body change. Like me and him are very identical in mindset wise. Like
so it's very, very regimented, very don't ask questions, just knock it out.
But to see how he looks like shredded and full in person,
it's crazy.
It's fucking insane, man.
When I was getting tanned and I saw, he's shorter than the little windows in the boots, but I saw a little head there. So I peeked over and I saw this guy and I was like, what the fuck? He's so fucking full. Like it's exploding with muscle on this frame, Yeah. There's no one that looks like him. I've never seen a guy in the men's open that looks as freaky as he does.
Overall, I had Shaun winning still, but I get it.
I mean, it's I don't disagree with the decision, but I still had Shaun winning. But it wasn't a bad call. Derek is still very good, and I can see how the decision was made.
Matt is really coming to his own. Not that he was ever a bad coach, but the last couple
He's
years
leveled up, man. Yeah.
The last couple years, everybody he preps has the same look.
Well, he doesn't miss. He really rarely misses at all.
Yeah, they're all like almost peaked perfectly.
I mean, look at the
The
guys.
only guy I ever think him missing with is Charles Griffin.
But even Charles was good for
Charles-
Charles, man. It's just
really
Charles'
good,
physique.
man.
No. I'm talking about, I'm not saying this. I'm talking about, it was like 2 years ago. I think.
Previous years,
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But this year, I mean, Charles was a very good version of Charles. I mean, Brett
Yeah.
was ridiculous. I mean, Nick has been good every single show. Shaun killed it. I mean, like everyone's done crazy good.
Yeah.
Even his guys at like the national level have all looked crazy good.
I forgot about Brett. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
Brett was fucking-
perfection, you know?
Yeah. So what's
And Brett's
what's
big as a goddamn house right now, too.
I know I've seen some photos. Like, what the
He's
fuck?
fucking huge.
So Nick, what's next, man? Are you taking a whole year off? And what are you going to do to win?
No, I'm thinking the whole year.
What do you got to do to win? You said you know what you got to do. I read one of your posts. You said I know what I got to
So
do.
I do think, and not a lot, but I do think I need more size, period. Just a little bit.
Okay.
I definitely think I need more quad, specifically outer sweep.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think we're good, you know, and if I can keep bringing in my waist tighter, which I've been able to, I think I'll be good, man. Like next year, I would, if all goes well, I'd like to stand on the Olympia stage at about 255.
What were you this year?
So for the Arnold, I was like 250.
Yeah.
And then for the Olympia, we went down to 245.
Did you like your look better at the Arnold? Because I heard Dennis.
It's hard to tell because I feel like the lighting was
The
different
light was so different,
Yeah.
man.
at both shows.
Nick,
But
how
I'm-
much you weigh now?
If I'm gonna base it off pictures, I did like my Arnold look a little better.
Yeah, like judging from the live stream that I've watched, I thought the Arnolds you looked fuller and
Yeah.
just better. It was a better look for you. I thought maybe you tried to pull too much down at the Olympia.
I can agree with that.
Yeah,
He wanted to be, you know, tighter. Like you really wanted.
you were tighter. You were tighter for sure. But I just
Mhm.
I felt like your stomach looked a little smaller at the Olympia too.
It was.
Yeah.
You looked really good.
Yeah.
The Saturday night, I really liked your look too at the Olympia.
Yeah.
So Nick, Ian, is there potential if you do the Egypt show? Is there potential for you to take the rest of the year off? And then same question: what happens? Is it just more size for you? Is there something specific you're trying to do to get?
Yeah,
that
I mean,
top five?
obviously, I mean, I think I made some good headway on it in the time that I had between the two shows. My posing obviously needs a lot of work to display it 100% effectively. I'm still giving away a lot of shots just on posing, especially my front shots, like staying on my quads, and like I can either stay on my quads and keep my chest high in my front lat and my front double, or I like shrink down and I lose a lot of that pop through the lats and chest and I get my quads in. So I think that's just practicing the posing and, you know, mobility through my hips and stuff like that. So that's a big thing for me for sure. Same with my back shots. Like, you know, my back double, especially, like I think I'm losing a lot of ground, and I have a lot of good muscularity and a lot of conditioning to show there that I'm not showing necessarily.
Why? What do you think you're losing on the back double?
I think I'm leaning back too much, which I don't feel like I am, but I see it in the shots, and I do it more when I'm on stage, when I'm excited. Like I really try and fucking crank into it. And then I think when I'm a little, when you're like full and like, no matter how full you feel before stage, it's not like the fullness you feel like from a pump, like in a gym.
Yeah.
I don't feel the connection with my back as much when I'm on stage. So I'm like squeezing it back, trying to feel the shot, you know? And I think at the Arnold, that's why my back shots look really good, because the screen we could see, and I was opening up and using the screen. So it actually felt like I wasn't hitting them properly at all at the Arnold, but I could see it in the screens. I was like, I'm just doing what I think looks right, you know?
Yeah.
So my back shots looked a lot better there. Those are small things, obviously. Then I think from a muscularity standpoint, obviously my chest needs to continue to improve. I think right away, it's the first thing to go when I'm a little flat. And I think at the Olympia or at the Arnold, it was definitely better. But then when we tried to come in a little crisper for the Olympia, I lost a little bit of fullness there, especially like depth on my front shots in it. So I think that is something I definitely need to improve. And I think that's something where I think someone like Hunter, you could give him some ground on me in those front shots, you know? Like even if I'm bigger structurally and I think I was in a little better condition, you know, when I'd hit a front lat, like I'd be a little more like concave in the chest versus like more pop in the upper chest that he'd have.
Yeah.
And then I think I was giving away a lot in terms of my just I have a good, very small waistline, but I think I wasn't always in 100% of control of it in between transitions. Like, and that, you know, when I would hit a pose, it was perfect, you know, like in my side tricep, it's perfect. But then like I was stomach breathing between when I was excited, which I need to control that.
I noticed something. You don't do an ab and thigh traditionally.
I do the sideways one.
Yeah, you don't do the traditional one.
Well, a ton of guys do the sideways one.
No, I know. I'm just saying, why not though? Because you have a small waist.
It looks so bad on me, man.
Oh, does it?
I don't know why. It just looks weird. Yeah, like
because I thought to myself, I'm like, he's got a small waist and he's got big quads. I'm like, how can that look bad? How can that not look right?
I just can't. When I breathe it all out, it kind of goes flat and it doesn't get like, you know, when I go to the side.
Oh, we just lost Iain.
When he went like that, he went away.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know if he's going to come back. Should we wait for him?
Let's just do a question, I guess.
All right, we'll do a question. Do you guys? Oh, his computer died. He's not coming back. Do you want to do a question?
Of course.
yeah, we can do one. I'm gonna have to go get a massage.
I'm just gonna text Iain back.
What time is up?
What, got a better computer?
No, he said, should I come back? I said, no, it's all good. We'll just wrap up. Okay.
The original crew's back.
Did you or do you guys suffer from chafing, ingrown hairs on the inside of your quads from shaving combined with cardio? If so, what do you do to prevent or manage it?
No.
No, believe it or not, I don't know.
I get ingrown hairs from trimming, not necessarily not inside, but just like on my legs. Sometimes
I get them on my legs, yeah, but like
no chafing. I don't get. You just have to wear. I wear boxer briefs though, so I don't know.
I go commando and I don't have that issue.
How do you not get it with commando? With your fucking legs?
Huh?
With your legs, you still don't get chafing?
Yeah, no, commando? I never wear. I go commando.
How much ball sweat is in your pants when you're done training?
There's a lot.
That's disgusting. When you sit on a bench, it probably leaves a puddle.
Fucking snail trail.
I mean, I know when I sit on a bench, I leave a puddle, but I'm wearing underwear, so I can only imagine if I wasn't wearing underwear.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot of funk. Guy, do you wear underwear when you train?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not crazy.
No.
I know women train commando, but I didn't think men did.
I know some girls that do, and they're sweaty fucking messes too.
Yeah, but women is normal because they're always wearing their fucking leggings and shit. Really?
I mean, like I go out in public sometimes without underwear on. I do that more often than not, but I don't train without underwear.
I can't leave without underwear. I feel like my shit.
I'm sitting here with no underwear now.
Yeah, but I feel like when you're out, like your shit's just swinging around, no?
Let it swing, baby. Let it swing.
I'm not comfortable with letting it just fucking swing all around.
I'm fine with it, bro.
I need to have it. I need to condense.
Especially having like a good dangle day.
Yeah, right.
Dangling extra long one day. Yeah, you just leave it. All right, Nick's got to go. We'll go. I'll get this up. We'll see if we can get back next week.
I'll be here.
I'll be here.
All right, boys.
Assalamu alaikum.
Bye. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, share with your friends, and like the video. And if you get a chance, check out the description for all the different links to all the different places you can find Hostile and myself. And lastly, check out hostile.com for our new line of supplements and all of our apparel and gear. Thanks again for watching.